Hello, Theo. What's going on? Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I missed last Thursday. It was a beautiful day. My wife was off from work, so she wanted to go out and eat, go shopping, and have some dinner. So the three of us, my son and the family, we went out to a restaurant, Outback restaurant. It's not a, and so so that's what I did last Thursday. I was like, you know what? It's a beautiful day. I said, you know what? She wanted to go out. And who am I going to tell her? Oh, no, I got to do a live stream. You know what? Sorry, wife comes first. Priority is a day off. So I started thinking about this whole, yeah, I know. So I started thinking about the whole 2 day schedule thing. So for now, I'm going to do Tuesdays. And I'm not going to do Thursdays because I want to enjoy. I have projects to do around the house too. And yeah, okay. So my Michael, you can hear me anyway. So I'm gonna stick to Tuesdays, and I may pop in on a Thursday depending on the weather. Um, like today, today's a beautiful day. It's 51 degrees, but it's sun is kind of come out. I could have I'll be outside in the backyard doing some work, but I did some the day before, and I was raking some leaves and stuff left over. So let me see. So here's the first one here, and I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Of course, Jill's had his why my ears itching. So Jill's had his Zoom meeting on Sunday, which was nice. It was nice to see a lot of people that I see on the chat, but I got to see their face for the first time. So that was pretty cool. There was Married to the Extra was there. Um MDK2. There was a bunch of people there. Bobby was there, of course. Um I missed, I know Theo, he wasn't there, but I know Keegan wasn't there. Keegan had some other arrangements. It was nice to see, the faces behind some of the people that are in the chat and in the Facebook group. That was pretty cool. That was my first time there though. So I was a little nervous actually. I don't know why I was nervous because I've done live streams so many times. So I think when he went around to people to introduce themselves, I got a little too excited. So but and we don't have a replay of that. I would have watched myself like, okay, I was a little too excited, but I didn't want to. I was nervous because I didn't want to ramble. I didn't because there was a lot of, it was about 50 something people. I think it was like 60 people that showed up in the Zoom meeting. 60. Originally it was about 100. I think 20 registered, but 60 showed up, which is still pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It's a lot. It was a lot. So it lasted for about 3 hours, and it was fun. I mean, I can't wait till we do it again. I think it was pretty cool. I know the CIDX club does that every month. I didn't know that. Um, Now I'm thinking about signing up for the membership. I didn't sign up for the membership because I'm not into newsletters. I'm not into reading newsletters anymore. I was never a big newsletter person. I mean, unless we're going back in time. Now everything is online. Everything is internet. You can watch videos. You can watch. You know. So I'm not into newsletters. So I don't know. I tried. I looked at the sample. It was pretty cool. I encourage people to sign up for it. I don't know if I want, but I'm thinking about it only because of the Zoom meetings. Once a month, I get to talk to some people that we have like-minded interests, which is cool. So I think for the membership, I think that's pretty good. When they have that, I didn't know that they had a monthly meeting because I heard of the club for the last few years, but I didn't know until recently they were doing monthly Zoom meetings. So I'm gonna look into that because it was fun. It was fun. So yeah, so I'm just doing some FTA, but I put it on. I stopped it for now. I'm taking a break. I may shut it off in a few minutes actually. So yeah, so Theo, listening to 38, lower sideband, no skip. Okay, cool. I'll put it on a few, but I know that it's active because 10 meters is active. It's been very active the last couple of days too. I was trying to make a contact with Australia because I only need one more continent on 10 meters to get my worked all continents type. So I was trying to get Australia on 10 meters, and he heard me. He even sent me a message through because I'm using Grid Tracker now. And he sent me a message and said, "Yeah, I can hear you, but you don't hear me." So I could see him. I sent him the message, but he couldn't. I couldn't hear him. I couldn't get him through. So, but I know I'm heard in Australia. I was heard in Thailand on 10 meters. In Thailand, I was like, wow, I made it all the way to Thailand on 20 watts on 10 meters, which is pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. And Bobby's here, Morgan City, Louisiana. SWL call sign, WA5107 SWL. Jim's Radio Check, hello, and congratulations on your 600 subscribers. I saw that you went over the 600 subscriber milestone. So congratulations to that. I saw that. I was gonna wait till you come on, or I would have caught you on Jill's chat, and I would have. But anyway, congratulations on 600 subscribers. So now let's go for 700, and let's get to the 1,000 mark by the end of the year, hopefully. So Jim's Radio Check. I watched a very amusing video, Two Hands on the Radio. Just listen. I'll check it out later. But again, I wish he would turn on the comments. I know he's posting. I know he posted a new video. I have to see that one, but anyway, all right. James Farley, hello. How you make it out? I caught a signal on 25.8 megahertz yesterday on BBC. Wow, that's pretty cool. No, I noticed yesterday. Even I guess new schedule, whatever. I was getting CFRX Toronto. It was booming. I don't get it, like, because that skips over me. But I could, I get a faint signal on it. I don't get a real strong signal on it. Yeah, last night it was booming. And then I checked a few other frequencies. One was 6140. I never heard of this frequency, but of course the old schedule is still online, so I couldn't identify this um odd frequency. I was like, what is? But anyway, I'm gonna try again tonight because it was with the internet. It was I was getting some good signals on shortwave last night. I recorded the CFRX one, but I'm gonna try again tonight. I even hooked up my MFJ. I had it to the switch, but the switch it was causing issues with it. I don't know why. I think it does. I think the MFJ doesn't like when you. It prefers you connect it directly to the radio. I don't think it works well with switches. So I was getting the noise flow was a little higher. When I hooked it up straight to the SDR, the noise flow went down. So that was interesting. So I'm not gonna use the MFJ with the switch. I'm gonna leave the switch for another antenna. I'm thinking about another long wire antenna for this one. Or I may just take it out of here. But right now I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, 600 subscribers. I saw that. I was like, wow, cool. And I started another Reddit community, Medium Wave DX, because there is a medium wave community in Reddit, but it looks like the guy abandoned it. It's never active. I'm the only one that's been posting videos on it and post on it's called medium wave. It's just called medium wave on Reddit, and it has about 100 or something members in it, but it looks like it's abandoned. So I started posting videos on it. So I decided, you know what? And I even asked him, I said, listen, this looks abandoned. Can I be the moderator? He never replied. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to make my own community. So now on Reddit, I own Medium Wave DX. That is my community. I'm the admin. I've created that community. You're welcome to sign up there, post whatever videos you want there on Medium Wave. Medium Wave Bandscan or DX, whatever, anything related to Medium Wave. On that Reddit forum, that is yours truly. And if you want, I'll make you a moderator too. So far, I got 2 members. I just made it yesterday. I already posted a few videos on it just to get it going. Because the medium wave, like I said, medium wave forum is abandoned. And it's a shame because that's a good name. Medium wave. That's what it's called, medium wave. Like shortwave in Reddit is very popular. Yeah, I know that whole thing about, oh no, I was watching the International Radio Report and they were talking about it there. So let me lower this volume. And I know Ford just announced it. It's a shame, but it kind of makes sense because it's if you're gonna shield the radio, the cost is gonna go up. And you gotta understand we're radio enthusiasts. We're in the minority of a car buyer. I don't even. My wife owns a car. I don't own a car. I don't drive anymore. I can't. I just my vision is I can't. I just can't. I just can't drive anymore like that. But he's not on a priority list when you buy a car. Whether AM radio works, and I'm because I'm a radio enthusiast. I love radio, but the average person doesn't care about AM radio. I'm going to be honest with you. It's the truth. They don't care about it. They think the quality is horrible. They think the FM is better quality. They know nothing about AM, and I get it, and that's fine. And of course, they already even subscribe to satellite radio, which I did a long time ago, but I would never subscribe to it now. But and of course, you could even put Wi-Fi on cars, and of course, you even have you could even phone 4G, 5G. So it's not. I'm not. Of course, Congress was talking about they want to mandate that on all cars, all new cars in the United States, like as for emergency. But like I said last time, I'm not gonna rely on my car to get my emergency news. I just won't. Especially if you don't have a car, you don't drive. I have plenty of radios that I rely on for emergency. So I don't need my car to have AM radio. You understand? So I know yeah, it is dying a slow death, Jim. It is. It's a shame, but it's I mean the technology we have now, unfortunately. Hello, Glenn Dansler, and it was good to see you on Sunday. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see. It was pretty cool to see a lot of people there. Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's a shame. AM radio is I mean, I don't think a lot of stations are gonna go away. It's just for car radios, I understand. And it's been like that in other countries. I remember a few weeks ago in the SWR Fest, there was that guy that was he had that radio station in Bali, and he was talking about Indonesia. There is no FM even because a lot of people don't have cars. A lot of people riding bicycles. So then a lot of people don't even have FM radios or a lot of people listen to they have portable radios on their bicycle, portable radio. So I don't depend on AM radio on my car. I mean, it's nice if it's there, but you know, uh, that's the way of I don't want to say the future is already now. That's happening. That because you got to think about cost. I mean, to shield the AM radio, which is I'm gonna say is old technology. It is old technology. Um, you know, I mean, they're gonna have to develop a I mean, if they develop that radio that's gonna be heavily shielded for electronic vehicle, I want to own that radio here because that's gonna be my radio for the house. If that radio is shielded for electric vehicles, I want that car radio here to combat this noise. That's the radio I'm gonna buy for the home use because that radio is gonna be super shielded, right? It is. So whoever puts that AM radio in a car, I want to buy that radio. I'm gonna go out of my way to buy that radio. You know? Yeah. Jim's radio check. AM radio goes away. I'm going to have a lot of boat anchors. So yeah. I mean, I have a few, but I don't want any more unless I can get one for super cheap. And I really don't have the space anymore. That's another thing I have to do over the summer. I have to get rid of some stuff that I have around the house. I'm trying to purge the stuff that I have already. I may do a yard sale on some older stuff that I don't use because I need to trim down a little bit. And that was pretty cool when on the Zoom meeting. A lot of people had a lot of people showed their shacks. Man, some people had really a nice radio shacks. They had some nice. There was this one guy. He looked like he had mission control. He looked like NASA mission control. He had like a shelf. Had a nice desk. He had like a shelf. Had another shelf. And all full of radios and all these dials and switches. It looked amazing. So it was nice to see that. You know, some people on the chat, they really have some elaborate, setups. Really nice setups. I mean, nothing compared to, No, it's okay. I was just talking about that. I was a little nervous myself. I was kind of excited when I came on because I know I was like I forgot what I know I was one of the first people that he called upon, and I was very excited. And I wanted to talk a little bit, but I don't know. But I was a little nervous. I was like, wow, I'm nervous. I've done live streams quite a few times now, And I was like surprised that I was a little nervous. But it's okay, So Glenn says I felt embarrassed on the Zoom call. I choked. Uh, I had presented papers to gathering. Got tongue tied. Yeah, I know. I was a little excited too. But it's okay. It was still fun though. I had fun. I had fun though. It was fun. It was fun watching all you guys because I could put a face, excuse me, to the name, you know. So it was nice. I'm gonna definitely gonna do it again when he has it in the future. I'm definitely gonna join that. Excuse me. Jim's Radio Shack. All I have is a radio show. No, I think you have more than that. I think you have quite a few. Um, but yeah, no, there were some people that had some very elaborate. Oh my god, elaborate setups. I mean, really nice shacks. So it was pretty cool to see the faces. King and DX, hello and good afternoon. From Northwest Arkansas, 58 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. Cool. All right, here it's 51 degrees. It's a little cloudy right now, but it's a nice day. It's supposed to get nicer in the next couple of days. So I'm gonna just do. I'm just gonna stick to Tuesdays probably for now. On Thursday because I want to do more projects around the house. The weather's getting nicer. I want to enjoy the outdoors. I'm probably gonna take not May and June. I probably June. I don't know yet. Depends. I'm probably gonna take a month of not doing live streaming. Maybe a month, even maybe 2 months. I may just not do live streaming for a month or two. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Only because I want to catch up on a lot of stuff. Because I put off a few things last summer and it overlapped to this year, and I'm backed up on so much stuff I want to do, including going to the roof and painting the roof. I was supposed to do that last summer, and I didn't get to do it. So I have to go up there this summer and do the roofing. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I have to do it. Hello, Adesh. And yeah, I'll be you'll be in and out. Okay, stream it will be on. And okay, cool. Yeah, it was great then. Glenn, it was a nice Zoom meeting. It was cool. And yeah, okay, yeah, I explained to them about that. You had to do some. It was you had a prior engagement. King, yes, I missed the Zoom meeting and Jill's live shortwave. Yeah, I know you. You was traveling to Kansas City, Missouri suburb, Kansas City, Missouri. Excuse me, suburb with my mom and cousin to visit. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, as long as you have fun. I saw that you posted a couple of videos on your other channel, your Keegan channel. You posted some with the Sanjin HDT 14, is it? You can post a link to your channel too. You can join your if you want people to join your other channel. It's okay, Keegan. Your Keegan channel, I think he has like 52 subscribers. So yeah, I saw yesterday because I saw when I was scrolling through the channels that I subscribed to, I saw that you had a blue dot on that channel. I said, oh, he updated his channel. Okay, so I went in there and I saw you had like 2 videos or 3. I saw 2 of them, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Well, okay, yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And I like that when you travel, I try to do a band scan of the AM band, of the FM band, and I always try to catch a NOAA station at least. The TV thing is more harder because you need a TV. Of course, when I went to Indiana, I forgot to bring my. Where is it at? When I went to Indiana, I forgot to take this guy. Otherwise, I would have done a TV scan, and I forgot this guy. It's okay though. I'm planning to. We're gonna go back to Indiana soon. So I'll do a TV scan. I just got to remember to bring that along. I'm actually thinking about buying another one, a newer one, and just use that or something. Or maybe I could bring a tuner. I have to bring an antenna too because she doesn't have over the air over there. So I will have to bring at least a pair of rabbit ears or something, or the telescopic antenna. Hook it up. Yeah. So Keegan Diaz said, yes, I brought my Sangean HDR14 HD radio to record 4 of the local KCFM station IDs. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. If you would have had more time, you could have done a whole band scan, or at least a medium wave band scan would have been nice. But it's okay. It's cool. Okay. And let me see what else. Okay. Yeah, Keegan Diaz. I posted my local station, my other channel, Keegan. So Keegan, that's his channel link there for his other channel. And hello, Ron Sear or Sire. I don't pronounce it like that. From Montreal, DX rules. Cool. And the stations are 91.9 KWJC, 94.9 KCMO, and oh yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. 97.3 KLRX and 102.1 KCKC. Wow, KCKC. That's a pretty cool call sign, right? KCKC. Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so AM radio is but like I said, I keep saying it's not gonna be in our lifetime that we're not gonna have AM broadcasts here because at least the government is willing to do something about that. It may not be the car makers unless they give them an incentive, to put AM radio in their cars. But I understand with electric vehicles you know, it's a challenge with electric vehicles because of the noise. It is a challenge. So, and I also want to talk about one other thing that is pretty cool what they're doing on AM on a local station here in New York. I like what they're doing. And they talked about that in the International Radio Report. And it is true. Over here we have a local station called WABC 770. On the weekends they play especially Saturday nights and Sunday. They play music. They have the uncle. Was it Uncle Brucey or cousin Brucey? What is it called? And they also have Tony Orlando, and they play classic stuff like AM radio used to be. And I like that. I like what the new owner of WABC is doing. His name is John Catsimatidis. He he good regular program. He got rid of a lot of stuff, and I like the fact that on Saturdays nights and Sundays he's putting music. Like I know Joe Pisco has a Frank Sinatra a show, like a tribute to Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. And I like that. I like that the radio station is now. It's not only talk radio all week long because you get tired of that too. Sometimes I just want to hear music, even on AM. That's why I like Zuma Radio. I like Zuma Radio for that. They play the like the all night jukebox. What is it called? And Ziggy. I like that those programs. They play music. I like that. Because that old music is meant. It used to play on AM radios. You know that old music wasn't. It wasn't really stereo or CD quality, whatever. It was it was made for it used to play back in the days when everybody had an AM radio. So the fact that WABC is doing that on the weekends, especially on Saturday nights and Sundays, I like that. That's pretty cool. I like that programming. I actually listen to that on Saturday nights too. Cause I listen to Zuma during the week at night for the music, but I also listen to WABC on Saturday nights. Uh, it's pretty cool. I like that. So the fact that they were talking about it on the International Radio Report, is pretty good. It's very is. I wish more stations would do that too. Uh, like for example, I know CBS. Well, they do have an FM one now that plays music. Cause I remember CBS. Let me know this down. They had WCBS FM. I remember WNBC. I remember that. So I like the fact that WABC, the programming for the weekend, they play music. I like that. You know, it's pretty cool. I can listen to it on my portable radios. It doesn't have to be HD radio. Just put it on, and I can listen to classic music. The classic rock or older music. Frank Sinatra stuff and all that, and it's pretty cool. I think that's a great thing that they're doing in WABC. So yeah, so let me read some of the So it's Sire or Seer, Ron Seer. Okay, all right. So wow, you got it right the first time. Seer is like see. Okay, Seer. Okay, it's a French thing. Yeah. Okay, Ron Seer. All right. So Keegan DX, sir. I was thinking of bringing my C Crane CC Skyway SSB to record local Kansas City NOAA weather station ID, but I forgot to bring that. Yeah, I know. I know. And sometimes we forget, like, yeah. Jim's ready to check. You're buying a new car, and when you get ready to sign the contract, tell the dude that I can't buy the car because, yeah, right? No, I'm not buying this car because it has no AM radio. Yeah, like, he gonna look at you like, what? What is wrong with you? He gonna look at you like you're crazy. He's gonna look at you like, what is wrong? That's probably the first time he heard of that. He's not buying a car because it has no AM radio. Wow. Jim's radio check. Sorry for my spelling this talk to text. Is like, oh, okay. He in yes, I hate Zoomer Radio ZM Toronto under over KRMG Tulsa at 7:40 at night occasionally. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it here like local. In the daytime, it's overcoming ministry. Over here, 7:40 is overcoming ministry in the daytime. It's coming from Long Island, I believe. Yeah, Long Island. Overcoming ministry. Brother Scare. Brother Scare. I said Brother Scare. You know, that guy. Preacher guy. But it fades out. It only comes in sometimes it comes booming till like afternoon, then it fades away. Then Zoomer will come in around another couple of hours. I'll start getting Zoomer. And it'll be booming by 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, it's booming. It's booming in here. 9 o'clock local will start booming in. I love Zoomer Radio, but I listen to it also on my Alexa. I tell it stream Zoomer Radio. Alexa, put Zoomer Radio on, and that's it. Uh, you know, I'm hooked on Zoomer Radio now. Keegan Diaz, I hear WABC New York and KKOB Albuquerque on 770 occasionally. Okay. Jim's radio check. There was a major storm, solar storm, excuse me, over the weekend. You couldn't pick up. Yeah, I know. I know. It was kind of, it wasn't that bad, but it was. I mean, I still was doing FTA. It wasn't that bad on 10 meters. Yeah, I know. He passed away a couple of years ago, but He's all over. He's still all over the place. He's all over. Over here, he's on medium wave. He's on 740 in the daytime, but at night he's on a few stations. He's on 620 WSNR. He's and the late evening he's on there. Down the dial, he's on. I even heard him on KXCL. I didn't know they play religious stuff on KXCL. Waterloo, Iowa, 1540. I heard him there. I think it was on the weekend though. I heard him. I said, that's KXCL. I heard it, of course, with the D109. And it's surprising me. That radio is surprising me more and more. The D109 is a medium wave. It actually picked up KXCL, Waterloo, Iowa, in the boiler room with no loop, no, just straight up. And it was coming in good. And I was like, wow. I was like, so when I say about the overloading issue, no, he's on medium wave. He just WWVA 1170. I heard him there too at night, late at night on the weekend. I usually on the weekend though, because on the weekdays they have all that talk, like Red Eye Radio usually is on overnight or coast to coast, but on the weekend is when I hear him on distant stations. He'll be on a few. When you're doing DX medium wave DXing at night on a weekend, I hear Brother Stan a few stations. I picked him up quite a few stations on WWVA. Of course, KXCL. I heard him on a few stations. Quite a few stations I heard him on. So yeah, he's all over medium wave too. He's all over medium wave. And of course, I told you about that train when I was coming back on the Amtrak from Florida to Virginia. I was in halfway through Georgia, and I heard him on FM. On FM, I heard him on. So he's on FM too. He's on every band. Yeah. Ron Sear. I'm going to call you Ron because you're the only Ron here. Ron, using the MLA 30 Plus indoors with the PL 330 also each time executive, the loop is a life. Yeah, and well, yeah. And yeah, I wanted to talk about that Wellbrook stuff too. Now that you mentioned loop. Yeah, a loop is a game changer. I think the number one thing that's keeping us in the hobby longer is a loop antenna. When I came back to the hobby in 2000 and early 2016, late 2015, early 2016, I never owned a loop antenna. I did not know anything about loop antennas. I used this radio with a long piece of wire. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good. But sometimes it'd be, noisy. But I didn't know at the time, how much of a difference a loop antenna made. I never had a reference to compare. And then it was Oxford. Oxford was the first YouTuber that, because he bought his Wellbrook, I think in 2015. So I didn't know about loop antennas. And then Oxford was the one that kept talking about the Wellbrook, like, how amazing it was. That loop antenna is nothing compared to a wire, and they were talking about, and then I started researching on loop antennas. I started researching on it. This is way before the MLA 30 came out. I started researching on it. Then I tried several antennas. I bought the mini whip. It's right there. See right there? I bought that. Didn't have much success on that. I had the end fed the other way. That was pretty good. The end fed was pretty good for a while. It was pretty good. I even had the 102-inch CB whip on the roof. I tried listening to Shortwave on that. It was okay. It's not meant for the lower band. MFET was the closest thing that I had a good antenna was the MFET. But I wanted to do medium wave DXing, and I was getting frustrated with that. And I even tried the indoor loops. Indoor loops are okay, but you're indoors, you're still getting noise. And then I took a chance and bought the MFJ 1886 loop. I took a chance on that. At that time, that was the cheapest loop I could buy. It was either the Wellbrook, because that was my Christmas present back in, I believe, 2018 when I bought it, or 2017. I think it was 2017 when I bought it, or 2018. I forgot. It's been up there for 5 years now. So I'll do the math there. 2018. Let's see. I bought. I had a choice. W6 LVP loop was out at the time. It was still pretty new. I didn't. The only thing I didn't like about it was all the PVC stuff. My loop, I wanted to buy it and put it up there for a few years. My criteria for the loop was it had to be aluminum. It had to be strong. It had to withstand the winters in New York, high winds. I wanted all that stuff. I looked at the W6 LVP loop at the time. I thought it was flimsy. I didn't like it. I was like, this looked like this is not going to last 3 years on the roof. Water's going to get in there because through the coax. I don't like that. I didn't like all that. I was like, okay, this looks like you know, it looked like something you put it temporarily outside. It doesn't look like an all-weather loop. And it was slightly more expensive than the MFJ 1886 loop. So I took a chance on the MFJ because Sparky Zilla 85 had just bought the loop. He bought his. He was in love with it. He said that's the awesome loop. But then his went bad. After a few months, his went bad. And I bought that loop. Once I put that on the roof, is a different level of listening. Shortwave listening was a different level. It just, the noise was, I was getting more stations. I was getting more shortwave stations. I was getting medium wave stations. I was like, wow. I was getting, I became a DXer. I went from a listener to a DXer because of the MFJ 1886 loop. And I could only imagine the Wellbrook. And I always wanted a Wellbrook. I really wanted a Wellbrook. It's just that once I bought the MFJ 1886 loop, that was my big purchase for the antenna. I couldn't spend, because when you do the conversion, it comes out to it's over $400 with the shipping for that loop to arrive here. I know since then they made a North American store, but back then there was no North American shop. So we're talking about over $400 something that loop was going to come out to, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't pay that much price for it. I wanted to, and at that time it wasn't. I didn't have. It wasn't in my budget to, got that much money for that. I had just spent right around $300 for the MFJ, and and I love the MFJ. It's a great loop. And I'm never going to get to compare it to Wellbrook unless somebody wants to, sell me a Wellbrook one day. But, I'm not going to get that chance now. And I know Matt Radio DX had mentioned that he did a comparison with the MLA and the Wellbrook. He said the MLA is pretty close to it. And it's not going to be a Wellbrook. Because I did the comparison between the MFJ and the MFJ and the MLA 30. And the MFJ still is better. It's a much better loop, much quieter loop than the MLA 30. But the MLA 30 is pretty good for the price. It's pretty good. It is pretty good, especially when you go lower bands like medium wave is medium wave, yeah, but I'm telling you, it was pretty close. Now, long wave, even though the MFJ 1886 is not designed for it to go below, the MFJ is much better than long wave. is better. It's not even close. But for shortwave, they're on par, almost on par. Oh, I'm not gonna say almost because he's still. So it's sad that Wellbrook, but you know what happened with Wellbrook, which would frustrate me. They never lower their prices. You figure you have competition now. If they would have lowered their price at least another 10 to 20%, I would have probably pulled the trigger and bought one. Because I was itching to buy one recently. I even said it. I said if I make enough money on the Google ads, I was gonna pull the trigger and buy Wellbrook. Because I really wanted to try one. Because that's the only thing I have left to compare. That's just they're like remember they were like the first, and that's another thing. Wellbrook was like when Oxford was talking about it. At that time, they were like, and they've been around for 27 years. I didn't know they were around 27 years. They were the pioneer. To me, they were like the pioneer of the active loop antenna. To me. I know there's other companies that make them and they cost more money. But to me, Wellbrook was the one that was like the pioneer. They were the one that started. I can't say that for sure, but I think they were the ones that started non-commercial use. People was enthusiasts. People were buying Wellbrooks, and Oxford was the one that. And then, of course, when I not met, but you know what I mean, like on the chat, Matt read the X and I was his chat, and he had a Wellbrook, and I'm like, wow, okay. So it seems like the Wellbrook, there's a trend here, and they were getting, they got great DX. And then there's another guy, Tony. He owns a Wellbrook too. And I'm like, man, these people are, all these great transatlantic DX and all that with the Wellbrook. And the other guy, the German guy, I forgot, Sender Jagger. I haven't seen them in a long time, in years. Sender Jagger owns a Wellbrook too, I believe. So I was like, man, these people are great DX with the Wellbrook. And I always wanted one. And eventually I would have bought one. And Ralph Bender also bought one. Ralph Bender also bought a Wellbrook too. And of course, recently I know what's the guy's name? The guy from Ireland. Kevin. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I remember his last to Kevin. And from Ireland, he just bought Wellbrook. Everybody loves Wellbrook. I wish I could buy one. I just now I ran out of time. But I love the MFJ 1886. Now I'm looking into the W6LVP now to buy. Of course, I'm not gonna buy one with the AM, but I want one for the medium wave only. Because I'm really buying it for medium wave. On shortwave, I'm happy with what I have. Even the MFET is great on shortwave. But I'm looking into now the W6. I'm even looking into the cross county one. I heard good things about the cross county loop. Is it cross county? It's called cross county. Yeah, cross county. I think it's called. And of course, I know there's a project called Well Good, which they kind of reverse engineer. I think the guy, he owned the Wellbrook and he actually accidentally transmitted into the Wellbrook and he damaged it. So I don't know what happened. There was some beef with, I don't know. I think they didn't want to, what it was. They didn't want to send him a replacement or something. I don't know what happened. Some falling out or whatever. It was something. But from everybody, from what I hear, I heard that Andy or Andrew, there was a great customer service. I didn't know about the customer service part until recently. Because another thing, that's what happened with SparkyZilla. He bought his MFJ 1886 loop, and within a few months, it went bad. His went bad. And he couldn't get, nobody could have sent him a replacement. And from MFJ, I'm like, are you kidding me? You spent all that money, you can't even send a replacement? That didn't happen with me, thank God, knock on wood. Mine is still alive and well. But yeah, that's our fear. So we spent $300 or $400 on a loop antenna, and it comes home, and a few months later it fails, or a year later it fails, and then they didn't want to send you a replacement. So the guy actually had a friend of his that X-rayed The because I guess it's covered. I guess it's like the MFJ. I mean MFJ. The MFJ. No, the MLA 30 it has a epoxy resin on it, and the guy put it to X-ray and he sold the circuit board, and he actually replicated the Wellbrook, and they're selling it as a kit now, which I think that's pretty. I don't think that's cool. You don't steal somebody's intellectual property. You know, actually that's kind of criminal to do. Actually, it is criminal to do that. I don't agree with that stealing. Reverse engineer. You want to call it that? That's just stealing. You're stealing and you're gonna. I think that's wrong. That's why I never looked into that. I'd heard about it, and I looked at it, and I know the guy that made the mini whip. This one, the one that sold me this one, he actually made the kit for that too. But at that point, I didn't want to buy his stuff no more because I bought that one and I bought the pennant loop, and they're not that good. They're not that good, and they're from Russia, and I was not impressed with them. And then finally, when I bought the MLA 30, I was, wow. And I could see why the MLA 30 might have impacted their business. Because you can't compete with a $45 antenna. And you're selling your antenna for $300-$400 US. $300-$400 US, under $50 antenna, you can't compete with that. I don't care how much you lower your price. Even if they would have lowered their price down to $200 US, they would have been losing money because the cost of materials to make that is probably more expensive than the MLA 30 because they're making that in China. MLA 30, that's all made in China. So I think it's pretty sad that they're going out of business. Because the retirement, I understand the retirement thing in a way, but I was always wondering why. Can you just leave it over to a family member, let them run the business, especially if it's profitable? But I think, in my opinion, and it's my opinion only, I think that the MLA 30 kind of forced the guy to retire a little early. I think they were just losing too much money. I think MLA 30 is very popular. A lot of people that are coming back to shortwave, first question is, and they ask is, what antenna should I buy? Everybody tells them, get the MLA 30. It's only $50 or under $50. And once they get the MLA 30, they're like, wow, this is better than a long wire. Best $45 I ever spent. I wish I would have known this, a couple of years ago or something. That's the response you get from the MLA 30. And then, of course, I modified two of them and actually got them down to longwave. VLF. I actually heard VLF on them. And they're very also, I have a stock one that I take with me everywhere. Because I got this little ring. I can just put that in a bag. I could take 2 sections of PVC and put it and with a union, and you could put that in a bag. MLA 30, just take it with you. He said, parks on the air, listening, the expedition. You can't do that with the Wellbrook. It's big old loop. And MLA 30, you can fold it up in a bag and just throw it in the backpack. And that's cool. And that's the appeal about the MLA 30. And you can't compete with that. They couldn't compete with that. And I think other companies are gonna. I mean, it cannot be the profitable product in their website, like the Pixel Loop. Yeah, I know that costs like $699, whatever it is. It got to be a great loop. I know some people love that loop. I cannot see myself spending $700 on a loop. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. I just can't see myself. It's not gonna wow me. I mean, how many signals are out there that I didn't pick up with MLA 30? Especially when conditions are better. So $700 Pixel Loop, no. So I think the companies like that are suffering. They got to be suffering in terms of nobody probably hasn't bought one of their antennas in months, or some person has money, like a status symbol, like Arthur has said in the chat. He mentioned it's more like a status symbol now. But that wasn't the case with the Wellbrook. Wellbrook did come around when nobody even thought about loop antennas. So they're like the pioneer to me of commercial, you know, uh, a commercial product active loop antenna. And because, I looked into that and I wound up getting the MFJ. So that's how I got into the whole loop antenna technology. Because I was skeptic. I said that little loop is gonna outperform 100 piece of 85 piece of 85 piece 85 feet of wire, a long wire. That's gonna outperform that. You got to be kidding me! And it did, and it blew me away. I was like, wow, it's so much quieter. But you can rotate it, null out the noise. It's so much easier to. You can put it in a balcony. It appeals to also a lot of people that are HOA. So anyway, I just had to see Wellbrook shut his doors next month. But also, I want to say thank you to them because they're the ones that, without them, a lot of people would have left shortwave hobby a long time ago. So they brought people back into shortwave and they kept people into shortwave listening hobby. So thank you to them too. All right, let me go read the chat up here. I fell behind a little bit. I should supposed to put live chat. I didn't do that again. So now I'm gonna go back up here real quick to see if I miss anybody. And I'm just gonna go down here. Let me scroll. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to put live chat. Because when you put top chat, it doesn't show every single post. So let me skim down here. And I'm gonna wind up. Yeah, brother scared. I'm gonna skip a couple of them. So Jim Check never heard of Brother Scare other than Shortwave. No, he's been on everywhere. He's everywhere. I don't have FTA over the air satellite, but I heard he rents satellite too. Satellite FTA, not FTA. F Frank. Foxtrot. What is it? Oh my god, I forgot my phonetic. Anyway, FTA, the letter A, free to air. I heard he's on free to air audio because you can get radio channels on free to air, and I think he's leasing. I forgot which satellite. Robbie would know that. Robbie Strike, the satellite nerd, he would know that. That brother is probably on satellite. He's everywhere. Brother State is everywhere. He is every medium. Don't be surprised, even though he's gone. But yeah, I think it was I saw somewhere that he's. I think if you go to his website, if you go to the website, I think it lists all the stations that they're broadcasting. Overcoming Ministry. If you go to their website, I think it shows all of that. You know? Yeah. So let me go down here. I'm not that far. I thought I was more far behind than I was. Let me go down here. All right. Keegan DX. I'm gonna skip the other one because I want to catch up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna skip a couple of them. Sorry. Let me go down here. All right, Keegan DX, last channel check, you have 52 subscribers, and Keegan DX channel, you have 266. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're going up there, 266. You'll be at 300 soon. Ron Sear, loop is for daytime, mostly nighttime. Both radio using stock antenna plus Post Detroit Clear here in Montreal. Yeah. I have the W6LVP loop while my dad has two W6LVP loop. Mine works well on shortwave. Yeah. No, they're great loops. W6LVP is a good loop. Jill's had it, but he took his down. And the reason why, because he MLA 30, they're like on par. So, but I think he had the AM band blocked. He put the. I wouldn't have done that. I would because I want to hear medium wave. I wouldn't have the AM block. I wouldn't have put that. You know, if you want to block the AM signal, you get one of these. You know, I would just bought the loop, but I would have got one of these to block. You know, if you listen to a show where you want to block the AM band, you would just get with something like this. You know, what do they call it? Notch. It's like a a filter or something, and this blocks the AM band, so it doesn't break through your. But of course, SDRPlay has this now in software built in. It's SDR Una built in this now. But this is more for the RTL SDR. They don't. This is a separate hardware device, and this is FM one. Of course, SDR Uno has this in software, and they have a DAB one too. So this is more for the older SDRs. This is a hardware notch filter. But that's what I would have done with the W6LVP. I wouldn't have put the AM block. I would have said, no. Because he has just suggested that to him. Oh, you're your local station. I said, no. I want the whole all the way. Because I believe the W6LVP goes down to longwave. So I want to have that blocked. So I know Lloyd uses that too. DX Central, W6LVP. And he likes his. Hopefully the timing works out for me to catch the next Zoom meeting. Yeah. I guess next March. I don't know when he's gonna do the next one. I think he did mention that it's not gonna be a year. I think he wants to do one every 6 months, Keegan. Because the last one was a year ago, right? I wasn't active at that time. I was going through my voice thing and everything, and I just took a break from YouTube. So this was my first one. But he mentioned in there that it's not going to be another year. I think he's going to do one in hopefully 6 months for the next one. It might be every 6 months now. He might do one. Hello, Robert Varner. And thank you for stopping by. How's it going? And thank you for suggesting the people to hit the like. Thank you for that. Been on for 1 hour and 2 minutes now. 8 people watching, 11 likes. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're watching and have subscribed to my channel, please do. I do live stream well. I'm doing live stream twice a week, but I'm gonna just keep it for Tuesdays for now because I want to enjoy the weather. Plus, I have other projects I'm doing. When my wife bought me the G90 with all the accessories for Christmas, my to-do list got a lot longer. So this is my time now to kind of check off the to-do list stuff. So who knows what I may get next Christmas if I'm good. Not Santa, but wifey clause. 7,300. Who knows? But I got to be a good boy, so that's why I got to take one of the days off. I got to do roof work and all that. I got to, we got to remodel the kitchen. I got to start doing some demolition. So wifey clause is watching me. She's like, is he gonna be on the good list or he's gonna be on the naughty list? You're not gonna get no radio this year. Hey, she's good for 2 radios now. Right here. The one that started it and the one that got me into amateur radio. Well, I already had the Yaesu, but this is the one I'm using every day. It's the G90. So yeah, the honeydew list. Yep. So she's the boss. So I gotta work. He said, we need the alley painted. You need to do some landscaping in the backyard. Hey, that's fine with me. Just keep them coming. Plus, I'm well fed and all that. Oh my god. So yeah. No, so he said, I think he said every 6 months. So he said probably 6 months he wants to do another one. He would have done he's because he the Zoom meeting. I was explaining Bobby about that, but um the Zoom meeting itself, that's from CIDX from Sydney Sheldon is the one that let him use the Zoom meeting because to host a lot of people, you need a license, a Zoom license that can handle more people. And we had 60 people in there. It wound up being like 60 people in the Zoom meeting. Out of 120 people registered, I think 60 showed up. So I know the licensing fee for a Zoom meeting for 60 people it's expensive. So even though it's official SWL channel, it was CIDX that let him use the Zoom account. I think if it was up to him, he would do it like probably every few months. But I think he mentioned that it might not be. It might be in a few months. It might be in 6 months or something. Because it was fun. Everybody, it was fun. It was good to see everybody. You know. And hello, Kamal Zorro. And where you from? And hello, and thank you for stopping by and welcome. Jim's radio check. I bought an antenna from that guy in Wisconsin that performs parks on the air. Okay. Oh, okay. Is that an underground website? What's the underground website? I don't know. What's the underground website? Overcoming Ministry? I don't know. No, I was just saying that I think Overcoming Ministry lists all the frequencies that he's on. I think he's also on. I think he's on satellite. Audio, like an audio channel on satellite. Yeah, or you end up with a subscription to brothers. Yeah, I know. I know. No, because last year I didn't do much last year, and I was like very, you know, I haven't heard. I keep hearing it every other day about it. Well, it's gonna get in this summer. I hope you don't do it like last summer. You didn't do it. Okay, yeah, all right. So she kind of said, "Look, I bought me all in with the goodies." I was like, "Man, she had to do that." So, yep. So Jim's ready to check. You better do what she says next year for Christmas. She'll end up getting you a year subscription of Brother's K. Oh my God, please. Not a subscription to that. Subscription to Overcoming Ministry. And how you say it? www ministry dot org. I forgot how he says it. It's funny. www overcomingministry.org. Oh God. So when I heard him on the FM, I say I gotta look this guy up. I actually went to the website, looked it up. I actually sat there. Let me see what, and I saw all the frequencies. I said, my God, this guy's on everywhere. And I think I saw the satellite. I don't want to check it now because I don't. I just, but yeah, because I know I think Radio Havana. Oh, look at my sandal. What the hell is in my sandal? Radio Havana, Cuba. I think is on satellite. I because I was because I have a satellite dish. I was thinking about hooking it up to get free to air stuff. I have a KU band dish. It's a 90 centimeter dish. It's pretty big. And I was thinking about using that dish also for some radio stuff. But I'm pushing the limits right now. How many antennas I can put in the backyard before my wife goes crazy on me. So I may try to put that one on the roof. but I need to get a mount for that, so I could do some satellite stuff. And I'm looking for a C-band dish. There's a few of them around here, and a couple of restaurants around here. I know they don't use them anymore. So I was gonna go in there and ask. That's big dish that you have on top of the roof on your restaurant. Are you using it? Would you like me to take it down? I'll take it away from you. And I was gonna take it, but it's too big. I can't put that in my backyard. It's like a ice. It's huge. I think it's. I forgot the size of it. It's pretty big. They call it a big ugly dish. But I think I'm pushing the limits right now. I already have 3 loops outside in the backyard, and you know, especially if I want to entertain people in the yard. I don't want people running around and they're tripping over my cables. Kids running around in the backyard and trip over my cables. Yeah. I have a channel name already for that. I was thinking about doing home improvement stuff on that channel. But the problem is the home improvement channel, you're gonna get you think I get okay, put it this way. I did the MLA 30 video, the thing. Put the BNC mod. That video alone, I got about 5 people that didn't like the way I used the grill. The grill. The the drill. They didn't like when I used They didn't like when I used the drill. They say, "Oh, you should have put it on a drill press, and the way you did it was like that was unsafe." Oh my god, I got so much heat for that video. Okay, I don't know what that means, but you just I don't know what that. Anyway, um, Mark Turner. Okay, let me see. So I don't know. Let me see. The thing about the problem with home improvement is that you're gonna get a lot of especially if you're not a professional. I'm not a professional home. Some stuff I do here, I get it from you. I get it from YouTube. Like when I put up a ceiling fan, but I took a class. I took electrician class for that. I took electrical 1, which is residential electrical, basic stuff. Then I decided, okay, I think I could put a ceiling fan up now. Then I saw videos on there, and I did it safely. I did the right thing. Turn off the breaker. And don't You gotta respect, electricity and all that. But I don't want to be making videos on that, and then somebody be like, "Oh, well, this is not up to code," and I don't want to deal with that. And that's just do-it-yourself stuff can get, you know. I deal with that. I deal with that here with some people, and normally I just after a while, just what, you get blocked, and that's it. Bye bye. I don't want to deal with this. Like they get very critical of stuff, and a lot of it is people that don't have no subscribers. And even with the FT8, oh, that's not you're not really making contact. It's just a computer, yeah, you're gonna get that. Yeah. Is there any reason why you have all caps? Is it because of vision? Okay, if not, I prefer you turn off the caps because it's better if you turn off all the caps. Thank you, Mark Turner. And welcome to the chat. Thank you. Yeah, so do home improvement channel. I don't know if I thought about that, but this is already a lot. Just running this channel. I have a few channels already. I have a tech channel that I really want to do the tech channel. I really want to put more time on the tech channel. 'Cause I love tech, and tech is so many home improvement stuff. I'm I'm not a real good guy to listen to home improvement stuff. You know. Plus, I'm getting older. A lot of stuff now. When I did when I was 20 years ago, I'm having a hard time just going up on the roof now. You know, just climbing up on the roof on the ladder outside. It's getting harder for me. I don't want to do it all the time. So I'm scratching my ankle. I don't want to do it all the time because I'm getting to that point where I go on the roof. I said it a couple of times when I was on the roof. I feel like I get vertigo. Like I have to really watch my balance. So I don't want to. That's why I was reluctant to go up there to take down the loop. But I'm gonna have to do it this year. I'm gonna have to go up there, and I have to be very careful when I do that. I have to be very careful when I go up there. I'm limiting my going up to that roof all the time because I'm getting older. It's hard to climb up and down those the ladder. I'm 56 years old now. I put on more weight. Um, you know, so I have to be careful. And especially, yeah, you're right, Mark. Coming down on the ladder is trickier. It is. Climbing up is kind of easier. Climbing down is because it's a narrow ladder. I have to make sure I get my foot on the step coming down safely. You know. Yeah, it is trickier, Mark. You're right. It is much trickier coming down from the ladder. Yeah, that is very true. And especially when I'm coming down with stuff. If I'm bringing down something on my shoulder, and I have to be, always practice the three, what they call a 3 point. You always gotta have 3 points on the ladder, at least both feet and one hand, or I was told to do that. Because I worked on the subway cars, I had to climb up and down the subway cars. A train, rail cars, same thing. All it takes is one fall to really mess up your future. So, you know, I'm definitely, and like I say, I go up there now. I feel like sometimes I get vertigo, whatever. Yeah, exactly, Robert. My brain telling me, oh, I'm 25 years old. No, my body, I'm 56, and my body, I was just raking the leaves 2 days ago, and my body was sore. Yes, early this yesterday, I was sore just from raking leaves. It was a lot of leaves, but I was sore. My body was sore, like I worked out. So yeah, Keegan Diaz of the grunt sound. Yeah. Mark Turner, get yourself a half square or bobtail. I don't know what a bobtail is. I don't have antenna. Yeah, you're always gonna have haters. Yeah, I know. But I thought about home improvement. If there's something that I could do very well, I'll probably post a video there. But I haven't. I really have this channel, and I want my tech channel. I have a retro gaming channel that I have fun with, and I have a rail fan channel that I want to shoot videos on that when I can for railroad. And I think those are the ones that I want to. I don't want to have too many channels, and I just don't. It's just time. I don't have the time for all of that. You know. Plus, I'm not a good DIY. I'm just an average guy. Learn to do stuff. I don't hire somebody to paint my house. I paint my own house. I paint my rooms. I'm a painter. I'm a good. That's what I'm think I'm good at. I think I'm good at painting. I lay floors. I could do floors. Yeah, there's certain things I can do. I'm not a master bricklayer. I'm not a master carpenter, but I'm okay. Masonry, I'm okay with that. You know, uh, electrician, I just do basic electrical stuff. I'm not doing anything major. Plumbing, that's my Achilles heel. Is plumbing. Plumbing is my Achilles heel. That is one thing. Plumbing. I just, I just plumbing. I suck. I hate plumbing. I done, I do. I installed a toilet and all that. I've done that, but it's not my. I kind of frown upon plumbing when I have to do any plumbing stuff. I usually get somebody else to do it. So yeah, I'm not the. You don't want to give. I don't want to make DIY videos and home improvement now. I just try to do as much as I can to save money. And then if it says something I really can't do, I'll tell my wife, listen, I can't do this. Get somebody else to do it. That's it. You know? And that's the thing when you're a homeowner, a lot of it is on you. Otherwise, you're gonna spend a lot of money hiring people to do everything. So yeah. Keegan Diaz, I'm thinking of starting another channel dedicated to Bandscast. No, you don't have to start another. Do it on your. Don't start another channel. Do it on your same channel. That way, you get more of those viewers too. You don't have to do a dedicated channel just to Bandscan. Just use one of those two channels. You know, it's not DXing, but it's still you posting you posting what's in your band. Like I know some people do air check videos. Like I could do that too. I could go to each band and wait for the I could go to each band on my AM band, for example, and I could post the call sign, top of the hour stuff. That's called an air check. So anybody wants to, like a DXer that wants to say, oh yeah, what is the jingle and all that for this radio station? Oh, Danny Shortwave has that station, top of the hour air check. And they can go watch that video and say, oh yeah, that's how it sounds like. Okay. So yeah, so I got that station. They can use that as reference. That's called an air check. I know Lloyd does that a lot. He posts a lot of air checks. So there are local stations that you pick up, or DX stations that you pick up regularly, and you record and you post it, and people can look that up. But sometimes I do that. If I hear a station, but I'm not sure I'm not sure if it's the station, and sometimes you can't stream, you can't catch the stream at the same time. I'll usually I'll look for somebody that has that station and listen like an air check. So I wouldn't do a dedicated channel. Just do it on your same channel and do the band scans and give it a dedicated playlist for that. Band scans, FM band scans, AM band scans, or AM stations, FM stations. That's what I do. They're on my channel. I don't, I have FM band scan, I have a FM playlist, and I have AM radio station playlist just for AM band scan. Yeah. So let me go. Sorry, let me go back on. Yeah, see, exactly, Jim. He's right. You already got subscribers, so do it on your channel. Yeah, don't start over because you have 266. I would just do it on that channel. You get more, you know. And like I keep telling you, you're not only doing those FM catches, you have now other type of content. You know, yeah, yeah. So I agree with Jim. Just do it on your regular channel. You already have the subscribers. Yeah, getting back into the ladder. Yeah. Hello. I would do it on your main one because you already have 266. That's the one that everybody knows you. I would just do it there because I always tell people this. This is YouTube advice. I started my other channels after I got this one to 1,000 subscribers. When I hit 1,000 on this one, actually no, my retro gaming channel, I think I had it before I hit 1,000. I think, but anyway, my rule is get that one to 1,000 before you start another channel. You start dedicating, because it is that first 1,000 is always the hardest. Once you get that first 1,000, then because then you can monetize on that if you have enough hours. Plus, I've seen people that hit the 1,000 mark and they blew up. I know a few people that I had I know a few people that had less subscribers than I did when I hit 1,000, and they already have 3 or 4,000, 6,000, and I'm still at 2,000 something. But it was most of it was my fault. I took breaks. I took breaks. I wasn't active for after if I took 3 months here. The longest break I took was 6 months. If it wasn't for all that, I probably would have been at 3 or 4,000 right now. I could say that. I probably would have been over 3 or 4,000. But I'm at 2,420 something right now. But I always say get your first 1,000 on that one. And then if you want to focus on another one, just make a separate playlist for that. That's what I would do. The other ones, they're, yeah, some of them, like the crypto channel, I got 460. But I was doing that when crypto was very good. Now crypto market is like this. So there's no anything new I can talk about crypto. It's been down. So, that's why I haven't bothered putting new content on that one. But when the market gets better, of course, people are gonna flock back into those channels. And I still think that channel or the tech channel now is at 143. I could see this channel hitting 200 in a few months. This channel, the tech channel, which I still haven't. I'm still that's part of the cleaning. I have to set a dedicated spot because I need to take every server out and show them, and that's going to be a whole different thing. But this channel is getting subscribers every other day. I'm at 143. So in the past month, I gained 40 subscribers on that channel with only 4 videos. 2 videos and 2 live streams. 4 total. And sometimes, that's why I tell Keegan, just do it on your main channel and, you already have the audience there. You have 266 people there. All right. And Keegan, I would do it in Keegan DXer. And Daniel Mark LeBlanc, hello. I hope I'm doing well. I hope you are doing the same. And things in New York are fine. Like always, they're fine. Like I said, we had the mildest winter. The mildest winter we had ever since I can remember. The mildest winter. Bobby, master player. If anyone has a T-Mobile, you can get free season MLB pass. I don't know, but I think that's for new subscribers. Well, I am a T-Mobile customer, but anyway, it's okay. I still get MLB. No, I don't get MLB, but anyway. Mark Turner, I need the fire brigade. Want to come down from the ladder? Hello, Davis Radio Room. Checking in for a few minutes while making dinner. Yeah. I freeze too, LOL. Mark. Perhaps during Tropo E-Skip event. Yeah, no, but I would just do regular band scan. Like the one where you live at now, I would do one of that one where you live at. Because I want to see that one. I would do one for FM. I would do one for AM. And then I would do your local NOAA stations. That's 3 playlists you can start with. And then whenever you go visit somewhere, you record those band scans from that city or town and put that on your playlist. Like my FM playlist right now, I only have one FMDX station. The rest of them are a band scan from Niagara Falls, a band scan from Florida, and I think I did one from Indianapolis, and that's it. And I have one here from New York. That I'm gonna redo another one. I'm gonna do a recent one because that one is old. I want to do another one. And I have, let's say, 5 or 6 videos in there. I think that's it. And I'm gonna add more. Oh, okay. So Mark Turner, that WIE I said is it makes a half square antenna not too high off the ground. Yeah, I'm looking into making another. I'm actually looking into make two. I want to make a CAS loop for medium wave, but that I have to figure out because now I have the end fed. It's taking up the whole. I don't want it to interact with each other because my yard is not that big. It's a long but narrow for where I want to put the antenna. So, and then I'm thinking about maybe putting something like an inverted L or inverted V for I don't know. Yeah, maybe dedicate that one to this radio to my because now that I have this switch and I'm not going to use it for my MFJ, I'm thinking about dedicating another antenna here or another amateur radio antenna, transmitting antenna, of course, for this radio. That way, because I'm happy with this one. With the let me show Mark because Mark is I know it's the first time he's on this channel because I have my G90 here, and let me move the mouse. I have my G90 here. That's one that's hooked up to an end fed. To that end fed right there. That's a switch for the end fed. And of course, I want to use it for FT8 right now. I use that one for FT8. Right now, I'm not using this one at all. So I want to use this one with another. Of course, this one is also I want to take outside too. But I'm thinking about dedicated antenna for that one. And also for future, because I'm looking into getting another transceiver when I get my general, which I don't have yet, which I keep putting it off. That's another reason why I want to do once a week because I need to focus on that. I believe they're going to change the test soon. So I have to get back into that studying. I was doing well and I just stopped because things come up. But I need to stop because now I'm seeing the limitations on it on the 10 meters. So anyway, I'll get into that later. So let me go down here. Yeah, there are DX antennas. Yeah, and the dish is going for a while. Okay, and let me go back over here. And thank you for stopping by, Dash. 14 people watching, 14 likes, 1 hour and 32 minutes on the books. Thank you. Thank you everybody for watching. Perhaps another channel. Yeah, you could do. Oh, you want to do a separate channel for non-radio stuff? Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I have my retro gaming channel. I do when I have fun there. I have my tech channel. I have a rail fan channel because I love railroad. I love trains. Whenever I could come across recording a train, or I go on Amtrak, or when I go into New York City, I'm gonna go ride the subway. I'm gonna make videos on all that now. To show people. People seem to like those videos. I watched them. So I decided, I'm gonna do a channel on that just for fun. All my channels are for fun. But this is my main channel right now that I put the most time in. It makes sense. It has the most subscribers. I get the most interaction here. And and that's why I do the live streams here. But if my tech channel, but then again, tech channel, I love tech, but I still love radio. I love radio. It's just different. It's just different. We all have different. I even love model railroads, but I have no place to build my model railroad stuff, and I want to dedicate channel for that. Yeah. And hello, Michael, TV Radio 1972. I skipped. Oh my god, I skipped a little bit. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm right here now. So hello, Michael, TV Radio 1972. I hope you're doing well. I know you had a procedure done. I'm glad you're doing well. And thank you for stopping here. Thank you for being in the chat. Yeah, exactly. All my other channels are not related to radio. If you're gonna do another channel, do it not related to radio. Do something else. You know, like I know this is Danny Shortwave Radio, Danny Shortwave Radio DX, but I have amateur radio. Well, this is technically shortwave band HF, but I also have CB radio. I also have VHF, UHF stuff here. And I thought about separating, but that's just too much. You know, my channel is you know 6 years in and 2,420 subscribers later. It's a grind. That's another thing. It's a grind. I know some. I saw somebody posting on another channel. I don't want to name his channel, but he's. I think he's been doing his channel for like 2 years, and he's frustrated that his channel doesn't grow. But there's a lot of reasons why your channel don't grow, and sometimes I get frustrated that my channels. But you know what? You can't let it. At the end of the day, you gotta have fun with this channel. I have fun here. I try to have fun here. When I feel like it gets to the way, and when it gets to the point where I feel like it's getting a little bit too much, I take a break, even if it's for a few days or whatever. Take a break. I go to my other channel when I don't want to, or you sometimes you run out of things to talk about. I go to my other channel, you know. So I agree with TV Radio Entertainment too. The only way you should do a second channel if it's on something totally unrelated to radio. Yep, I agree. I agree. TV Radio 1972. Yep. And Danny Mark Laban, I know you're talking to Keegan, but I like metal detecting too. I like astronomy. I have telescopes. I have one telescope that I have a small. I don't own a metal detector, but I want to get a metal detector. That's another hobby I would like to get into. And I go to Atlantic City or wherever, I see those people on the beach early morning, the sun comes up. I see them with the metal detector. I'm like, man, that looks like, it's a nice little workout. You're out there with the metal detector and you have your straining, it's like a big scoop, and they put in a straining in like a bucket and it's to strain the sand. And I see them and I'm like, man, that looks like a awesome thing to do. Yeah, I want to look into that metal detectors. And there's a few channels that I see, and they find some amazing stuff. So that too. So you brought up metal detectors, yeah, Daniel. Yeah, I would just do it on your channel, and then if you're gonna do something totally unrelated to it, then you make a new channel. All right, just take care. Yeah, bird watching is pretty cool. I go in my backyard, I listen to all these birds, and I just be it's pretty cool. Daniel Mark LeBlanc, did you ever think of doing live shortwave group scans? I find your channel and give your listeners a challenge to find the same thing. Then your listeners share. Yeah, I do that, but sometimes it's just I don't want to be like on other channels because I know other channels. There's a couple of channels that do that. I mean, if they tell me what they're listening to, I'll try to pick it up here. But I don't want to every live stream to take to say, oh yeah, this is radio so and so and this speaker shit, and see if you guys can pick it up. I don't know. Especially there's times that I get noise, and plus when I come out at 4 o'clock, I find it early for me to pick up because I do a lot of shortwave listening at night. Daytime I do some, but at night is when I listen to a little bit more. And usually it's right around the time when I'm done with the chat. And yeah, I do that sometimes. Sometimes I do that anyway. I just don't want basically all my live streams to be like that because I don't, and it says Danny Shortwave. I don't want to be limited to shortwave, and I learned that very early. If I was just posting shortwave, receptions, my channel would have been very limited. I had to say, okay, people, because it was by accident when I posted the police scanner video on, I did a bunch of shortwave with this, right? Shortwave. Okay, it was okay, yeah. When I posted the first video on this one, the views that this one got, I was like, wow, people love police scans. I started posting more videos of this, because at the end of the day, when you do a channel, you want views, right? We want views. We want views. We want views, and ultimately we want subscribers. So, I didn't want to be too rigid on my channel. I don't want to be like, oh, this shortwave, that's it. No, everything. No, because I like shortwave. I like meeting with DXing. I like a lot of other stuff. I was fascinated with longwave. I never did longwave listening. It's through this channel and my own learning process that I finally got to hear shortwave. I mean, longwave. So I had to be open to, there's people here that want to hear CBs all the time. When I put the CB videos too, that's another. When I posted my CB receptions, even in the Super Bowl, whatever, and even local CBs, these videos get views more than, Radio Exterior de España. Like everybody can listen to that. But when I heard like the CB they were like, I will get more views for this and more comments about this than I will for shortwave reception on shortwave sometimes. So I had to be flexible. I had to say, okay, and this live stream is not about reception only. It's about talking to my subscribers, to my, this is my way to talk to you guys. And you can ask me anything. It doesn't have to be shortwave. So yeah, I know, I can do that once in a while, but I don't want to do it all the time. Because I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to copy some other channels. I seen they do that all the time. Actually, some of them don't even do that anymore. They just talk about other stuff. But if somebody asks me, "Oh, can you pick up the station?" I pick it up. I'll put it on. Yeah, I'll put it on. I don't have a problem with that. I'll put it on. Because at this point, a lot of it is not a challenge. It's just noise. That's the biggest challenge we have now is noise. Unfortunately. Yeah, Mark, exactly. The trick is to know what your subscribers want to give. Yeah, because I have subscribers ask me about. Some subscribers love my reviews on radios, on portable radios. I get more views with some portables, and it's just my review on it, my take on it. But some people, it seems to resonate with a lot of people. A review on a portable radio like this, or if I talk about a radio that I bought through Craigslist, like an older radio on Craigslist, those videos get more views than a reception video. So I had to, I want my channel to grow. I mean, who doesn't want the channel to grow? To be honest, I want my channel to grow. We all want our channel to grow. And I said, well, people like this. Well, I'm going to, I need to make more of these videos. I have so many radios that I have not reviewed yet. Portable radios like this that I could review them. I just got the D219. I yet to start making videos on that. I got to make videos on that soon. And I know they'll get some views. Like when the Wellbrook thing happened, I had to make a video on that. That was an opportunity, right? I saw it on. First, I saw it on QRZ CQ. There was the link was their posted article. I said, "Oh my God, the Wellbrook is shutting down." I went ahead and verified it, and I said, "I'm gonna make a video on that right now." Sometimes opportunity creates the video for you. So I think I was the only one that made a video on the Wellbrook closing shop. because I decided, oh no, I'm gonna make a video on this and talk about it real quick, even if it's a 3 or 4 minute video. Let me talk about this, and you know, it's got positive reviews on it so far. People put their opinion on it, and you get people to your channel, and it's about the what? Sorry, hit the microphone again. So yeah, yeah, because I want my channel to be more of unique. You know, like you have, Jules has his channel on Saturday, his live stream. I know that the Eccentric has his on Friday, and this is going to be Danny Shortwave for this day. You know, this format is going to be slightly different. I don't want to mimic them at all. I don't want to mimic their setup or their, their, no, I'm not doing that. That's not who, you know. And there's some that try to do live stream, and I think my live stream are okay. I think they're pretty. I'm not gonna say I think they're good. I think I'm surprised at how well is going. I see people try to do live stream, and they don't have a setup. They don't have a microphone. They're doing it from a phone, a phone or whatever. And I'm like, okay, they don't have a tripod. They're shaking all over the place. They sound nervous. No, you can't. You know, mm-mm. They don't engage with. I try to talk. I try to answer every question. I try to engage with everybody here. So it's and with any channel, you're never gonna make 100% people happy. It's not gonna work. You're always gonna have some that are gonna say, "Oh, I wish you would have done more of this." I know. Yep. So let me go over here. Keegan DX, the smaller channel. Keegan is mostly local TV radio station. Air check. Bigger channel is FMDX. Well, that's up to you. Ultimately, it's up to you. If you want to make that one, My thing is, you're still under 1,000 subscribers. My thing is, the goal is always to get the goal is everybody that starts a channel. I don't care what their goal is. I know most of them are gonna say their immediate goal is get 100. Okay, you get that in no time. Most people get it in no time. A few months, a few weeks, depending on your channel. Depending on how much you. A lot of it is how serious you are with your channel. People know. People know if you're serious. You want to engage in your channel. You know. People gonna know. People It's gonna resonate with people if if you're in it for the long term or you're just a flyby. I don't know what there's a statistic on it, but a lot of people that start YouTube channel don't last the first year. They're done. They quit usually after a year they quit. They just don't have the patience for it. This channel is now 6 years old. 7-year anniversary is gonna come up in September. I'll be doing this 7 years in September. And I don't see myself stopping this channel. I'm going to keep on going. I want to see the 10-year anniversary of this channel. That's how dedicated I am for this channel. I want to see 10 years in this channel. I don't know what my numbers are going to be by then. Hopefully, it'll be a lot better. But they're going to be better. Then I hope they'll be a lot better. But that's not up to me. Some part of it is up to me. Some part of it is up to whatever. But I have goals. And you gotta have goals for your channel. If you go on a channel, you don't have goals, and I say with everything in life, if you don't have a goal, then you cannot. How to put it? If you don't have a goal, then how are you gonna figure out your way to get there? Does that make sense? So I believe you have to have a goal. If your goal is to get 1,000 subscribers, then you got to do what you got to do to get to that 1,000 subscribers. That's the way I feel. And right now, my goal is to get one of the other channels to 1,000 subscribers, and I can say, yeah, I got 2 channels now. that got 1,000 subscribers. You know, and I'm looking at one of those. One of them is gonna hit 1,000 subscribers eventually. One of the other two, but I'm not putting all my eggs in there yet. I still love doing this, but you have to juggle. But when you only have two channels and one is doing way better than the other one, I would just focus on that one. Get that one to 1,000. That's my advice to you. My opinion. Yeah. So I'm gonna skip down here. So Keegan DX. I also have two local NOAA station IDs on the Keegan channel. Okay, cool. Daniel Mark LeBlanc. I participated in something like this online about 3 years ago. Can't remember who was the host. I think he passed away. That's unfortunate. I know the Eccentric does that with the medium wave. He does like the medium wave challenge, and that's fine. That's his thing. You know, I don't. My format is I want to just talk about whatever. I don't want it to be always about radio. We could talk about anything in general. I have other things I love. I love vintage computers. I love Commodore computers. I love Amiga. I love all this stuff. Sometimes you can talk about that here, and that doesn't matter to me. I'm not limited to one topic. My main thing is right now I'm on for 1 hour and 51 minutes already, almost 2 hours. It just went by like that for me. That's the problem with a lot of YouTubers that they try to be rich. Oh, gotta fit everything in 1 hour. I don't do that. When's the last time you see me stream for 1 hour? My first stream ever years ago, I was in exactly for 1 hour, and I was nervous like hell. And when I came back and I started doing streaming, I said I'm not gonna be limited by time. If it takes me 3 hours to talk about everything or whatever I want to talk about for that day, or 3 or 4 hours, and I'm comfortable, That's it. I'm gonna be 2 hours in the books already. You gotta have fun with that's the bottom line. Have fun with what you're doing. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that 2 hours like the ultimate number. After 2 hours, I gotta get off the 2 hour. No, I could be on for another hour and a half right now. I'm fine. Even if I have to get up and go stretch for a couple of minutes. Bottom line is you gotta have fun. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't try to crunch everything in 1 hour. Say hello to everybody. Ask them how they're doing. Because, like I said, you guys are my subscribers. I want to get to know you guys too. You see, this is what the stream is about. It's about this is your time to talk to me directly. They say, I got something I want to ask Danny, but I want to wait till he's on live. I'll ask him directly instead of leaving it in the comment. So this is your time to ask all that stuff too. You know, this is what this is all about. This is what the live stream is all about. This is my time to just talk to you guys. He's not about to get views. It's about who's on this chat and they want to talk to me. That's what if I gotta sum it up, that's what it's all about. This chat. It's about that. Yeah. So let me go down here. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about rambling a little bit here and there. So yeah. So this formats that work like that. It's just that's not my format. Yeah. Let me go down here. Let me go down. So I missed a bunch. I gotta catch up now. Sorry, I gotta catch up a little bit. Yeah. Keegan DX, I'm with CenturyLink for home internet, Verizon, my iPhone, and a bit on the expensive side. Yeah. You gotta shop around. Excuse me. I'm gonna look into it, Mark. Half wave, half square. I'm gonna look into that. I'm open to all types of designs. Half square. You have the G90 also? Okay, I use the G9. Mark Turner, I use the G92. I make wire antennas also. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. You have a full shot. Yeah, I have some radios. Oh, my call sign is Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo. It's right up there. You can see it right up there. Right there. KD2 CZE. I am a technician, and hopefully one day I will be a general. So right now I'm very limited on what I can do. I'm having fun doing it. Yeah, of course, I'm new to the amateur radio stuff, but it's very interesting. I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot of stuff. I'm learning a lot more stuff about propagation and all that, about the gray line. I'm learning a lot more about that now than I ever did listening, because I could see it, and I could, when I, like even FTA, and in the morning I'm trying to make contacts in Europe. As the gray line moves over here, I'm starting to go out west, and then now 6 o'clock in the 6 o'clock p.m. now, I can see, now I can make contacts out in the Pacific. I'm learning all that. I'm like, wow, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I have Facebook group. I have a TikTok account. Everything is on my about portion of this channel. All my links are there. I have Reddit group. I have a Discord, although I'm not active on Discord. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, we and something about all of us. We have similar hobbies. I love railroad. I worked on the train industry. I'm a tech geek. I got 2 computer science degrees. I done web servers. I done all that back in the days. I started in internet in the mid '90s, early '90s. Uh, you know, I love astronomy. I love a lot of stuff. I love, I'm a big history guy. You know, I hate the stuff that they're trying to make history disappear. It doesn't happen like that. History is for we don't make the same mistakes again. It will repeat itself. People out here trying to hide history. You don't can't hide history. It happened. You have to learn from it. You know, every country has including this country. We have a blood on our hands. A horrible history in some aspects. But you know what? It's part of our history. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yep. Metal detector. Yeah. Pockets of gold off the beaches. But I love metal detectors. I mean, I was wanted one, and I see when like I said, Atlantic City, and I'm at the beach in the morning, and I'm walking, I'm looking at those people. I'm like, man, that looks like fun. Just going out there and you finding all this stuff that washed up, or people that left it there overnight. People were hanging out there overnight or whatever, jewelry or whatever. T Radio 1972. Taking a break from making videos is a good thing. I'm currently on break, but I still watch other YouTube videos for the time being. Yeah, exactly. Take a break. I'm wolfing a little. I'll keep quiet. No, it's okay. You could, it's okay. By the way, I'm feeling better. Yeah, he said, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting better. Keegan, yes, I'm on break for posting FMDX videos on my DX channel until the next big trouble. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, their radio room. Exactly. I'm open to all aspects of radio. Yep. I listen to I'm open to everything. And that's why I try and I can't I can't limit to one thing. Sometimes shortwave I can't it's unlistenable. Sometimes medium wave is unlistenable when I had the humming issue, and I still have it. I still gotta figure out what's going on. I gotta take your advice when you told me to go out there with a radio. I still haven't done that. I gotta go out there and figure out what is bringing in that noise. But before I do that, I'm gonna move that disc cone anyway. I'm gonna move it to the back. I have to move it. and I'll do that within the next few weeks, a couple of months. I gotta rearrange the antennas stuff on the roof. But before I do that, I gotta paint the roof. I gotta patch up some stuff. I have a lot of work to do. And then but right now I can't complain. I still can listen to a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people I can't listen to a lot. It's really bad for some people. Me, I'm okay. I can still listen to shortwave. I can even listen to medium wave. You know, and like I say, I'm not, yeah, open to all aspects of radio. Exactly. Mark Turner, this is my first time on your show. I'm liking it, and thank you. I appreciate that, Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that though. I'll look into that. Um, I want to see you make the half square and see how much you'll like it. Okay. T Radio 972. Did you watch Two Ends on the Radio newest video? I won't spoil it, but he did mention something. He did something rather crazy. I'll watch it later. I'll check it out later. Autism Radio and more channel to hang out. Hello and welcome to the chat. And Keegan DXer. I know Jim says so. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it tonight. Keegan DXer, I'm thinking now whether I should have put the local FM and NOAA station IDs on my DX channel since I don't have much activity on. It's your channel, do what makes you happy, That's another thing. I when I first started this channel, I didn't do any editing. I just had my phone. I shot the video, and that's it. There's some things I had to, like when I was doing like tutorial or anything like that, or I'm talking about certain things, I started editing. You're gonna have to eventually. That's what I did. I started editing, and now when I do some videos, you see the text at the bottom. I'll edit it, and I'll look at it again. Say, okay, this is what I want people to see. You learn all this stuff. You grow, and your channel grows, but you can see the skill set that you're growing with. And I always said that. I said, I don't want to be editing videos. I used to say that in the beginning. I don't want to edit video. I don't want to sit here and edit videos. Much better when you edit certain videos. You have to. When I did the MLA 30 BNC, I had to edit that video. I got bloopers on that I messed up on something. I was cursing. I could make a blooper reel in there and all that. And people watch it. So editing is a part of it. Sometimes you have to edit certain things. That's it. You have to edit. Sometimes I listen to the radio outside and a car go by, zooming with the revving engine, and I'll start cursing. I have to shoot the video again. Or I missed the call sign because somebody was zooming by with a car. Oh my God. These things happen. It's experience. Yeah. Or if I put them on the right. Don't worry about that. I would just do it. Just take a chance. And there's some videos that I thought was gonna do better here, and they turn out to be not flat, but the numbers were disappointing. And there's videos that I never thought that the video would be more people watch it, and those videos got a lot more views. And I get more thumbs up on that video. I get more good comments. You're always gonna have the occasional idiot. You just block them. That's it. Things like that. You're gonna have that one guy that's gonna thumb down every other video, whatever, for a while. You can't see that anymore on the screen. There's no more thumbs up. They only show they show thumbs up and no thumbs down. So the person that keep thumbing down your videos, you know what? Go get a life. They're obsessed with thumbing down videos. Whatever. Probably somebody that got kicked out of the channel a long time ago or something. just bitter, or somebody that I blocked in the comments. You know, you can just move on. You know what I mean? You know, don't be take a chance. Take a chance. Just post it. Make a playlist of things. You know, I just made a playlist of the Zygo G90. I only have one video on there right now, but as I make more videos, I make a playlist for that. Put that in that playlist. You know, people want to see me eventually talk on the thing. I'll do that. That's gonna happen one day. When I'm ready to do it, I'll do it. You know, give them something to look forward to. David's ready room. Dinner's ready. Got to go. 73. Take care and enjoy your dinner. Daniel Mark LeBlanc. Metal detecting can be a great hobby and a workout. I look for meteorites. Our season starts in late April until late June. Again in September to November. Why those days? Because of the bugs. Oh, okay. Wow. Robert Varner. I had a Commodore 64 back in the 1980s. Yeah. I got two of them. I have two of them in the other room. I have a Amiga 500. I have a channel called Danny Vintage Computers. I have not posted videos on that yet because I'm still rearranging stuff in this house. But you know, but I love old tech too. I have the floppy drives for that. I have so much stuff. You know. Yeah, it is. Daniel Mark. It's funny how people in radio share many. Yeah, I remember when we grew up as kids. You know, some of us were like, some of us were more eccentric than others. My son is kind of like that now. You know, he loves. He doesn't like to play outside with other kids. He doesn't like all that. He doesn't care about all that. In school, the teacher asked me why your son doesn't play with him. He doesn't care for that. He likes to. He's an introverted boy like me. I was very introverted. I'm still introverted. I finally had the courage to do a live stream, but I'm very introverted. I'm still introverted. That's why when I do this live stream, after this live stream, I'm exhausted because I'm putting so much energy out there right now. But after this, I go back into my introverted self, and I stay upstairs with my son. He watches TV. He's on the computer. We'll talk, but I don't want to talk to anybody else. You know, we have similar things. Of course, we have. I love building models, but I'm not big on that anymore. But when I was a kid, I used to build military model airplane, model tanks, military stuff. My brother Harry, he's still into model building, plastic model building, things like that. I'm also an artist. I love drawing and painting. I'm a very good artist. I went to art school. I was good enough to get into art school, art high school, specialized high school. I took the art exam, and instead of going to a regular high school, I went to art and design high school in Manhattan. Of course, unfortunately, after a year or so, I was cutting class and I got kicked out of art school because I was hanging around with the wrong, I was doing knuckleheaded things when you were a kid. But I love art. I'm a very good artist. I could paint, I could draw, we have many other things. We also some of us are very good musicians. I'm not a good musician. I'm an artist. I'm good. There's some people are very good musician. I can't even pronounce that musician. We have many overlapping interests and hobbies, and I think that makes us more well-rounded. Even though I'm not into small talk, but I hear people talking, sometimes I'll chime in. I'll be like, "No, you're wrong." They'll be like, "What? Who are you?" I'm like, and I explain to them. They look at me like I'm crazy, even though I'm introverted. But sometimes I compelled to say something. Sometimes I think I learned that over the years because and I tell that to my son. Is you're shy, but the problem is when you're too shy, people look at it as a weakness, and they'll try to pick on you. And that's what's happening with my son sometimes. Somebody try to, man, there's a couple of kids. And I told him, no, you need to speak up. You need to tell the teacher. If you can't tell the kid, you just tell the teacher, listen, this guy, this boy, he's drawing on my table, whatever. I'm trying to tell him to stop. He doesn't want to stop. I tell him, because if you don't speak up, people see that as a weakness. And I had to overcome that whole shyness thing. I had to. Because people can't read your mind. I tell my son all the time, nobody can read your mind. You have to say it. Say what you want. Say how you feel. Say what you want. Nobody's gonna read your mind. And I see my son just like me when I was little. I used to play by myself. I had a big imagination. Um, I had my brother had bought an erector set. I used to build structures with that. I used to build bridges. I used to build buildings with that. And then my brother has it to this day. He still has it in the box. You ever heard of girder panel? It's like plastic girder. They're like you could build a skyscraper. You snap it together, and then you got the plastic panels. They're like wood, so you can actually build like the Empire State Building, or you can build like the a wide building, and it's actually what they call them. They look like iron beams, but they're plastic. You snap them in. It's called girder panel. This is going back to the 70s. So when my brother had a set, I used to love to play with that. I used to build structures like crazy. We used to build all that stuff. Not Legos. Although Legos came later on. It's not the same. It actually looks like iron beams. You snap them on together and you build a frame set of the building first. And then you put the paneling around it. Yeah. Erector set is metal. They're metal. They're actually steel, little steel, and you screw them on, the little screws, I think. Erector set of plastic. So they're not like Lego. And then but they're metal. One of them is metal. The erector set is metal. The girder panel is plastic. It's plastic. I wish I could show you the set. My brother has it in the closet. I'm gonna bring it down. If I show you the box, you'll know. Those are that goes back in way back. They'll know. They'll say, "Oh my God, I remember." I'm gonna look one up on eBay now. Now I'm thinking about looking up on eBay. Although I don't want to buy one now, but yeah. Let me go back up here. So yeah, it's funny how we have similar. Mark Turner, if you're lucky, ship's treasure. Yeah, I don't know about that over here, but I've been looking to metal detector because I travel, and sometimes I want to go on the beach, and and the thing is, I want to take my son. He's 8 years old now. I want to introduce him to all these things. We could walk on the beach together in the morning, and we could, look for stuff. I think he'll enjoy all that. He will enjoy that. He sees me when I do the live show. He comes in here, he'll stand there and watch me. And he wants to come over here, and he's shy, but I told him, "Oh, you want to come in here? You want to say hello?" And he's like, "I said, okay." He wants to do a channel too, but he's still at that point where, yeah. Let me go up here. Daniel Marklow, there are similarities with shortwave and metal detecting. When using metal detectors, you're listening different sounds to respond. Yeah, I know. I know it has to do with the yeah. Different items in the soil is like another language. Yeah, from what I heard and read, yeah, that is correct. That you can tell if it's you know if it's a soda can or if it's actually a more precious metal or something. Yeah, I heard that too. And I think I also heard that you could listen to very low frequency on that VLF on a metal detector. You could pick up VLF or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was some. It was I think it was a year ago that I saw a video and somebody was actually showing that. But anyway, maybe you know about that. But it is fascinating though. like another language. Yeah, it is like CW. You know, like you listen to there's certain audio, there's certain audio. What do you say, like trademarks or something that say, okay, this is, I think this is gold, or this is this, or yeah, it's pretty cool. King and DXO. When I record a station ID, I try to edit out anything recorded just before and after the ID, such as music. Yeah, I know copyright, of course. No, so you do some editing. I know. Yeah, that's cool. Otherwise, I miss the part of the ID if I'm not recording a few seconds early. Okay. Daniel Mark Leba, oh, I'm only an hour and a half from Oak Island. Okay. Yeah, I know, Keegan. I hate when loud vehicles spoil my recordings occasionally. Yeah. At least this will help my smaller channel grow. Okay. Yeah. Mark Turner. Okay, that's good. That's between you guys. Okay. Yeah, 8 year old. Oh, so you have an 8 year old. Okay, too. That's cool. Detecting and bundle. Yeah. I know my son would love that too. My son would love that too. When I even with the telescope, when I was he was so fascinated. Then I showed him the app, the Stellarium app, and I was like, "You see that bright? That's Jupiter." He's like, "That is." And oh, so you remember Robert girder panel stuff? Yeah, girder panel. This is like in the I was man. This is like in the mid 70s. I believe the mid 70s. And my brother had it. I didn't have it. I was like my older brother had a set. And you could literally you could build the Empire State Building, and it was pretty cool. And then of course my brother he had a box because he was staying in California, and I had everything in storage in my garage, and I forgot what it was. We were going through it because his box got damaged because of flooding, and he had a box in there. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy had a girder panel box in there. You know, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Keegan. Uh, yeah, so it looks like a lot of fun. Oak Island, massive in UK. Okay, we have lots of farmers field in the UK for detecting. Okay. Keegan DX, my dad and I put together a Big Ben erector set mailed to us by my sister in London. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when I was a kid, I heard about it. And then my mom bought my older brother an erector. The Lincoln Logs too. I heard in school. Lincoln Logs, James. I remember that too. And I always wanted to build like a cabin, a log cabin, because I used to play those in school. I was in the third grade or fourth grade. I remember Lincoln Logs. I remember that too, the Lincoln Logs. And that stuff was fascinating for me. I used to love building stuff. That was my thing. I wanted to build stuff. And then my older brother, he used to open up stuff, applying, radios and stuff. He tried to fix the radio. I used to see him with a solder iron. I was like, "What's that? What's that?" He said, "No, that's a solder." He had an old Weller, the brand Weller. He was solder stuff, and of course he was like the at that he was like the geek out of all of us. So he was the one that was into it. He was the first one that got into electronics and all that. But he never did radio. He never got to radio hobby. He just liked to tinker with electronics. Little did I know back then I was gonna be the computer science guy, the radio guy, you know, the electronic slash guy, uh, working on jet engines, working on trains. I never thought I would do all that when I was a kid. I was like, wow. Yeah. Let me see. 2006. Okay, that's when you okay. And Robert, remember the girder panel? Yeah. I think I was 10 at the time when you got okay. Uh yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine the history in the UK when it comes to the metal detector. I can imagine because they, of course, they go way back before we. And when I say we, I don't mean me. Because my descendants, I believe, came from my. Well, I kind of looked it up. My descendants did come from Spain, so we have Spanish blood in us, and also indigenous blood from Puerto Rico. So, so I have a mixture of that Spanish and that indigenous from that island, from Puerto Rico. Let me go here. So Lincoln logs, yeah. Meteor rocks are very valuable. I believe that. I didn't know about meteor rocks. I have to look into that stuff. But I'm definitely gonna look into metal detector someday. I wanted to do that for a long time. I used to look at his catalog a lot. It was back in the 70s. Edmund Scientific. And when I used to look at that catalog, I used to drool. I used to drool all the stuff I wanted. I wanted that. This is talking about this, late 70s. I got, I was, I forgot Popular Science or whatever. I was looking at one of those magazines, Popular Mechanic, Popular Science. So I ordered the Edmund Scientific catalog from there. You know, I send them up. Can you send me the catalog for him? When I saw that catalog, I was like, man, just the telescopes. I was like, of course they had other stuff. They had something called biofeedback. I don't know if you ever heard of biofeedback. Is you put these implants in your, like wires connected to your head, and it helps. It's supposed to help you relax and all that stuff. And it's called biorhythms. And this is I'm like 10 years old, 12 years old, reading up about biofeedback, biorhythms. I'm like, what is this stuff? I was like, geeking out on this because I used to look at it stuff. Like, I used to even fascinate biofeedback and all that stuff. So I would look at the catalog, and of course they had nice telescopes. They had this. I was one of the Celestron. It's like a big white telescope, but it goes on a tabletop. Of course, I'm 11 years old. My mother didn't have, we didn't have money like that, and that telescope at that time was like $600 back in the 70s. $600 telescope is a desktop telescope. And then they had other telescope. Not the Dob. What is it? Dobsonian, whatever it's called. Dobbs. People pronounce it Dobbs. This was more like an equatorial mount telescope. And even those telescopes were expensive. I'm like, man, because we had one telescope, but it was like, one of those, you know, inexpensive telescopes. But I was wanted one of those bigger telescopes, and we didn't have the money. I used to be like, I used to look at that magazine, like Radio Shack. We used to drool at all that stuff. And then I saw the laser stuff on the catalog. Laser, like how to, make a laser. Laser. I don't know for what type of applications they were for. And I'm like looking at all this stuff, like, my God, look at all this stuff they got in this catalog. Lasers. And then we dabbled into model rockets. Model rockets. Oh, you have a Celestron on a tripod with laser finder. Okay, cool. I have a National Geographic right there with the laser thingy. It is okay. I can see Jupiter. I can see the moons. I have a National Geographic, so bigger. So, but it's not a Celestron. You know, Edmund Scientific. Yeah, I'm telling you, I love that catalog. I was so in love with that. I was like, man, look at all this stuff they got in there. So I remember the laser. Mark Turner, you're like a brother from another mother, Danny. And I used to look at the side catalog. I used to drool, man. I was like 11 years old. I'm like, man, I wish I could get my hands on that telescope. Oh, and that's when I saw the metal detectors. That was another thing I saw in Edmond Scientific. It was the metal detectors. And I'm like, man, I would love to have all that stuff. But and I was 11 years old. We were growing up in the Bronx. It was single parent, my mother. We had no money. And I always wondered, now that I'm older, of course, now I'm in a better economic, you know. And I gotta get a metal detector now. Now you convinced me. Is there any particular brand I should look for? Metal detector, or I'm gonna look into metal detector because I want to introduce that to my son. Because I'm trying to introduce him to the things that I never got to do when I was a kid. Like he has a telescope now. Of course, he has computer. He has all these radios. He ever wants to. But I want now metal detectors on my list. I have to get a metal detector. I have to make it happen. But yeah, and I didn't know about the meteors. You can find meteors. I didn't know that. I didn't know what meteor rocks. My son would love that stuff. Daniel Mark LeBlanc. Let me see. I don't want to skip anybody. Okay, yeah. Okay. Daniel Mark LeBlanc. I have 2 shortwave radios set up in my observatory. When I'm observing the cosmos, I'm always listening to shortwave. Cool. And of course, Mark said he has a Celestron on a tripod with laser finder. Cool. I'm telling you, that was the model that was the brand that I every time I saw a telescope, it had to be Celestron was like that's like the brand. And I'm like, man, I want a Celestron so badly, because I saw the small one. It goes on like on a tabletop. The small one, the one that I saw, I remember was in red. It was beautiful, wide lens. It's very compact. And then what I remember was like $600. I'm like, man, I can't afford that. No way I could buy that. And I was 11, 12 years old. And I could look that up on eBay, but I looked it up. I think they're still expensive. Of course, they have other ones now, but newer models. Of course, now they have them with the software. I was watching TikTok. This guy on TikTok, he has a nice telescope. Oh, you had a Tasco. Okay, Tasco. James Farley, he had a Tasco. The guy. Take care, Michael. TV Radio 22. And you have a good night too, and take care. Let me go back up here. Let me go right here. So, yeah, Robert Varner. Boy, Dan, you're bringing back memories of decades. Of course, MS Scientific. I wrote a lot for them. No, I never got to order from them. I just had the catalog. I just couldn't buy anything from there. I didn't have money. I didn't have money to buy anything. Yeah. Of course, Radio Shack. Of course, all catalogs I used to go crazy over. Radio Shack catalog. Um, I go to Archive, Internet Archive, just to look at the commercials. I know that on YouTube too, but I go there. I download a few of them. I want to post them on my vintage computer. I have a couple of them. Old Radio Shack commercials of the TRS 80. You know, I have Commodore commercials. I used to look at those. I'm like, man, those were the best. Those were the best. To me, that was like the best decade. Was the 80s, 70s, and 80s. For me, it was like the late 70s and 80s. That was my great decade of discovery. Of course, 90s, I did a little more. 90s, I kind of partied. I partied a lot in the 90s. And then the mid 90s is when I got into computer technology, went for my degree. But the 70s and 90s, that was to me, that was my decades of discovery, especially the 80s. You know, that's when I discovered, like medium wave DXing. Like Sheldon said that he fell in love with medium wave DX with a radio like this. You know, I think we all had something like this when we were kids. You know, of course, this is a lot older than what I had. A Rhapsody. It's called a Rap. The brand was Rhapsody. It was a green radio. That's the one that got me into medium wave DXing. This is one that my brother gave me. He just gave it to me a few years ago, and it still works. I should make a video on this, just playing it. 9-volt battery. You know. So we all had like a radio like this, and we got into listen to distant stations at night. I would lay in bed and listen to, you know, I was in Puerto Rico and I didn't want to hear Spanish stations. I wanted to hear English speaking stations. So I would tune, laying in bed, and then I didn't have to get up early at school in the afternoon. And I would listen to, Florida stations, Virgin Islands. I would listen to station English. And so, it's just memories and stuff like that, like innocent time and, listen to that stuff. You take that for granted, Pretty cool. Daniel Mark Laban, Dan, you want to go nuts with metal detector? Check out the Fisher F75 Plus, MindLab Equinox 900, and the Technetics T2 Classic. Oh, I'm gonna look at that. When I watch the replay, I'll jot those down. James Farley, Lafayette Commercial, and Heathkit. Yeah. Mark Turner, you're making me want to go up to my loft and see what's up there. Cool. If I can bring that out of you, hey, then you know what? It's all worth it. One person can, that's what makes this channel all about. See, this is why I like to talk. You guys are the watchers of this channel. You guys participate here, and we're talking. This is what this live stream is all about. I don't want to bore people with receptions all the time. You get that from other chat. That's fine. I'll do that once in a while here, but this is what I like to talk about because because I don't have people like you guys around my circle. I don't. My neighbors are not interested in any of this stuff. I don't know anybody other than you guys, my watchers, my subscribers, people that I'm chatting with right now that are interested in the same thing I'm interested in. I don't know anybody around. I don't, and it's unfortunate. I wish I did, but it is what it is. Like if you guys were my neighbors, you guys be the coolest neighbors ever. You know what I mean? I would have been like, man, I'd have been hanging in your place. You'd be hanging in my place. My wife would have been like, what the hell's going on in that house? Are you always over there? I'd have been like, honey, he just loves radios like me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't have that around here. I don't have one of my neighbors. I got a bunch of people down the block. They're into cars, fixing cars. This guy is into fixing his cleaning his car every week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Because I moved the mouse. So that's how I'm gonna do. Maybe it's getting late now. I don't think I'm gonna do that more at TA later on. I don't know. It's gonna get dark in another couple of hours. Yeah. And I never been fishing. I want to try fishing. I got fishing gear that was given to me. I found some down the block. I want to go fishing. I never been fishing in my life. You see what I'm saying? There's things I want to do now before my time is up. Yeah, go up to your loft and find stuff, Mark. King and DS, I got the show we're listening to WWV on my dad's Halicrafter SX62. and Icon 706 around early 2000s. Yeah, I have to go fishing. I want to do that with my son. Even if we go to the, I'm near the Hudson. I could take a walk to the right there and find a secluded spot. Of course, they want you to have a fishing license. I'll go find a secluded spot and hang out with my son. Yeah. James Farley. I also had a Panasonic ball radio and chain to a loop. Oh, okay. Yeah, Panasonic. A lot of these companies make some weird radios in the 70s. Excuse me. Like this radio, I have an 8-track right here. That's an 8-track. Lloyd's. That's a portable radio 8-track. See the 8-track on the side? I remember Panasonic made one like that, but it had like a little bomb thing. Like it was like the bomb, like the thing, and they made a radio like that, but it had the bomb thing. I would love to have that radio. I remember my brother had a radio like that. No, that's another hobby, man. Radio control flying and helicopters. I never got into, But over here, I have no. I have to go. I have to find a park or something for that. Yeah, I mean, there's so many hobbies, man. I'm telling you, is and of course now it's a lot inexpensive compared to what it was back in the days. It was more expensive, and I love watching those videos. Now you have, of course, big jet engines. Now you have I saw one of a B-52 radio control B-52. Tuesday. I'll be on Tuesday, 4 o'clock Eastern or 20 hours UTC. I'll be back on. I don't know about Thursday yet. I'm still thinking about Thursday. I'm trying to do Tuesday and Thursday, but the problem is I'm want to see how the weather is. So subscribe to my channel, and I'll post it up on the community when I'm on again. I'm gonna start using the community tab more. I need to post it on my community tab if I'm gonna be on, other than and I'll post it. And all my social media is in my about portion of this channel, so you can also check that out. And I also stream on other channels, although I haven't lately, but I will. Oh yeah, the jumbo jet 747. Wow, cool. Yeah, it's getting late there. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's like midnight, right? Wow. Nanny, can you fix my computer? Yeah. King in the S, that gave you a Radio Shack DX402 in 2002. Okay, cool. Yeah. My brother, James Farley, I was real big into Super 8 movie projectors and Black Hawk films and films that you could buy in Kmart. My oldest brother, though, he passed away. My oldest brother, he was into photography. He had several. We're talking about back in the 70s. He had SLR cameras. He had Minoltas, Yashica. You ever heard of that brand? Yashica. He had cameras, Yashica, Nikon. He had Super 8 camera. He would do home videos, home movies. We have some of that stored away, but I need to take care, Mark Turner. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, have a good night. And James, Super 8, that was the video. He also had I think he went to see Enter the Dragon. We saw Enter the Dragon because of him. I think he went into the movie theater, saw Enter the Dragon, and played it back at our house. Of course, they had no audio. We were watching Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. This is like 1974, 75, I think it was. My brother, he recorded it, Super 8, and he would play it back on the You know, we had a projector at home. We would watch that because that's the thing we used to do as a family. We would watch home movies or the slide. You know, the slide projector. We watch slides, and that's our family time. We would sit there for like an hour or whatever. We watch slide, and we still have. My brother has all that stored away. Slides. You put them in a slide projector, and you know. Oh, okay. Take care, Glenn. Gotta hit the rack. Been up since midnight 73. Oh, great show. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you guys. You know, you guys are great. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. Yeah, so Super 8, I remember that. And of course I used to buy films there too. I used to buy my first camera was a 110. Do you remember the 110? There was two cameras that, you know, for those that we could we had the 35 millimeter, of course, but for us people that had no money, I couldn't afford a 35 millimeter. So we had the 110 or the 126. Is it the 126? Cameras. That's the one we could buy. I could afford. So I had a 110. I had a 110. Remember that 110? 110 millimeter, I think it was it. So man, those are great. I used to have 110 camera. I used to shoot. Yeah, I learned very early how to shoot pictures. And hello, Mickey. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by here. And yeah, I remember the 110. That was my thing. Because I couldn't, because my brother, you know, of course, you know, SLR, there's a 35 millimeter, right? You know, SLR, because that was his hobby. He used to take pictures. He took a lot of pictures of me when I was little, you know, and he could take pictures of fruit. He was really into photography. He developed his own film. He would develop his own film and all that. And I never got into that whole. I wanted to. By the time he had given me one of his cameras when he got older, and I was already and then unfortunately my brother had sold the camera. My brother, the one that's missing, because of course he was addicted to crack, and he sold it. He sold my. I had a Nikon. I had an SLR camera. I had a nice. He had given it to me. My older brother, and my other brother Alex sold it because it was missing. I was like, "Where's my camera? Why is it missing?" Because I wanted to take it with me somewhere. And I found out that he has stole my camera and he sold it for nothing, you know. And oh my god, I wanted to. I was angry, and you know, he was going to take a class. I was thinking about taking photography classes. That's how much I was into. I wanted to get into photography. You know, magic cubes. Yeah, yeah. The you put the flash. That was the flash. You snap it on top and you flash. Then you rotate it, right? And then you take another picture, you rotate it. Because it only flashes one time. Oh, yeah. I remember that, the flash. Oh my God, so many memories. So my camera was I had a 126. I didn't like it. I didn't like the when because when you develop it, it's a 4x4, the 126. The 110 is almost like the 35 millimeter. It's rectangular. It's a more of a different format. And that one appeals to me more to take pictures of, So I got hooked on the 110 until, of course, And by the time digital photography came around with the cameras, I bought my first digital camera in 2001. My first digital camera I bought in early 2001. It was an Olympus. I bought it at a computer show. I took pictures of the World Trade Center right after 9/11 when it was rubble. I have those pictures on my hard drive. I never got to post them. I should post them on for historical purposes. Because I went to Ground Zero like 2 or 3 days late, a couple of days after 9/11 happened, like about a week. And I took I took a lot of pictures of the rubble still smoking, everything. I have those from 2001. I have those on a hard drive backed up. That was my first digital camera and it was around that time. Hello, Dwayne Trivet from Tennessee, and welcome. Yeah, so man, it's like time just flies by, and there's so many things I want to do. I need to catch up on some other stuff. Super 8. Key Index, I have a Panasonic RF 2800 from 1978 since 2008. Cool. Yeah, Mark, I need to go fishing. I always wanted to go fishing. I never went fishing in my life. Never. If anybody want to invite me fishing, hey, I'm here, man. I want. I'm telling you, I never went fishing. Never in my life. I grew up in a city, and even though I know a lot of city people that went fishing, they go to City Island and Orchard Beach. I never went fishing, or they rent a boat out in Long Island or something. I never did any of that. Never. Picking myself now. Yeah, remote control planes and all that. Yeah, let me skip all this. I already read all this. Yeah. All right. I did I read all this? Keegan Nielsen, the only Super 8 I heard is the Motel. Yeah. Super 8 Motel. No, that's a format for a film camera. But I remember my brother had Super 8 movies, and he would record home movies. And he actually, when I think he recorded Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon from a movie theater, and he brought it home. And we watched Enter the Dragon because I was like, man, I want to, because I was seeing the newspaper ads, Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, and I'm like, you know, and I saw it on, he was playing it on the screen in the living room, and we watching it, but there's no sound. But we didn't care, it was Bruce Lee. I didn't care. And it was, watching it was the coolest thing ever. You take that for granted now, how cool those things were. Magic cubes, yeah. Yeah. Robert Varner, and I remember, of course, the instant cameras. I had a couple of those when I was in Puerto Rico, and there was a local Kmart. That's when we bought our first instant camera. I forgot the brand. It was Polaroid. I know it was Polaroid, but I forgot what model. I forgot there was you press the button and you get the. Then you have to a couple of minutes, and then you see the picture. Instant camera, whatever. Instamatic with the flash cubes. My first camera, Robert Warner, my first camera was a Kodak Fiesta. My father bought for me. Then Kodak Instamatic with the flash cubes. Oh, okay. King and the Answer, I got my first digital camcorder in December 2008, low quality, but couldn't go wrong for $44. Yeah. And I still got a couple of that Olympus one. I gave it to my daughter, my oldest daughter. She's now 30. She's gonna be 32 now. I gave it to her when she was a kid. I said, "Hey, you can have this." But I still have other. I have an old HP one that I have for over 10 years. It's like it's no, it's more than that. It's like 12 years old, 13 years old. And then I have another one, a Nikon Coolpix. The Coolpix. It's a little red one. I have that one. I bought that in 2008. I bought that one in Las Vegas after I hit the jackpot. Uh, I got a Royal Flush on Video Poker, and I want like $1,100. I went to the gift shop. I bought my wife here Nikon Coolpix. Here you go. I bought it for her. So that one is upstairs on the shelf now. It still works. So it still works good. It just it's just not for video. It's low quality video now. I can't shoot video with that anymore. I think I paid like $250 or something for that camera when I bought it. Yeah. And of course, I got a couple of JVC camcorders, a small one, but that's with the little mini DV cassette. But those things degraded. Oh my god, all those movies are they're really degraded compared to regular VHS. Those little cassettes are degraded, really bad, bad. Yeah. No, I might use SD card too, but only for pictures. If I want to shoot photos, I can use the SD card on my digital. But for the movies, I have to shoot in the mini DV because at that time they didn't have hard drives. They were still very expensive. Because that mini DV camera goes back to like 2004, I think it was. It was very expensive for storage back then. It was very expensive to shoot video. It was still very expensive back then. You know, see, like I have this DV, I have this SD card. This is for my Nikon D5100. This is 64 gig. This is old now. Now you have thumb drives over a terabyte. We just bought one, terabyte thumb drive that you can plug in directly to your phone to back up your phone. It has the different connectors. You plug it into your phone. And it has, USB-C or whatever. It has a terabyte. Backs it up, right? Backs up your phone. No, my phone is my phone. Where is my phone anyway? It's in the other room. I forgot to bring it in here. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper now. Storage is a lot cheaper, but back then the storage was very expensive still. A lot more expensive back then. Now I upload videos now. 1080p, 50 frames per second, 60 frames per second. It's gigabytes. It's gigabytes. With fiber, it's fast. But YouTube still takes a while to process it. It takes a while. And imagine you couldn't do that 20 years ago. What we do now. Even streaming now, like this, can't do that 20 years ago. I just remember watching Jill's early when he used to do Google Hangouts. I remember how slow it used to be. Sometimes it would be like now it's a lot smoother, got these HD cams. Now you got 4K streaming or whatever, It's it's only gonna get better, but still, you take for granted all that stuff. In a way, it's 20 years ago, even 20 years ago. Or not even 20 years ago. In your case, it was 10 years ago. Or 7 years ago, whatever. Take care, Daniel Mark LeBlanc, and thank you for stopping by. Yeah. King of the my dad got a Sony camera and got a Sony in 2013, high quality. Mine use SD memory cards. I got an iPhone X Max in late 2018, making more YouTube videos using my iPhone since 2019. Cool. And I got my Grundig S450 DLX field radio in August 2012. My first FMDX radio, my first FMDX e-skip on June 1, 2013. Cool. Yeah. First FM station were 88.9 KMPR Las Vegas, Nevada, and 88.7 KNAU Flagstaff, Arizona. Cool. Yeah, my first video I think was my first YouTube video was this channel. Before that, my other channel I used to upload other stuff, like stuff that I found online. Yeah, but it only got a few views in it. So my first video here was actually this channel started on 2016, September 2016. So right now it's going to be. I'll be doing this for 7 years in September. 7 year anniversary. 7 years. But it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I tell people, don't take it seriously. Don't take all these. Enjoy, have fun. That's why I did a live stream. I started doing live stream because I always wanted to do live stream. It was, I enjoy it. It's not for everybody. I seen people try to do live stream. It's not for everybody. Some people, I see people get up there real nervous, and you gotta be, people can see through that. If you're nervous, people see through that, and they'll okay. Let me go watch somebody else. Let me go. I don't want to engage with this guy. It's boring. Whatever. Yeah, you have to. You can't get worked up over stuff. You gotta, be you. That's it. Don't try to mimic another channel. That's another thing I tell people all the time. And you just, you want to be, no, don't be you. Don't be, don't try to copy somebody else's format, somebody else's delivery, somebody else's style, don't copy any of that. Nothing. People going to see that. People can see that. I see that. I see a lot of channels that try to do that, and I don't even watch them. I say, I can't watch this guy. It's like, try to be like, having something unique. Yeah. King and DX, I got my Eton Grundig Edition Field BT radio with RDS on FM in January 2019. My primary FMDX radio since then. Okay, since then, excuse me. And I got my Sandian HDR 14 as my first HD radio in November 2020 after watching Jill's review of the radio. I was looking at that radio the other day. I was on eBay. I was looking at that radio. I was looking for, see if I could buy one. But I like the Insignia did a good job on the when I did the band scan in Indiana. I did a good job. I'm gonna do a band scan with that radio here in Yonkers for the New York City stations. I'm gonna try to do it. Maybe I'll try to do it by this weekend. I want to do that radio over here. I just gotta pick a good lighting for it because I noticed that one. If you don't have it at a certain angle, you can't see the display. You have to have it at a certain angle. But I'm gonna try to do. I want to do a scan on that one here. Because I'm gonna make a video on that one. I'm definitely gonna because that was funny when I made the video on that one in Indianapolis. That they were using RDS for ads, advertisers. Even my radio DX commented on it. He said that's weird that they would use RDS for ads. I said, yeah, I'm telling you that because that's a popular injury lawyer in Indianapolis. And every other every other station that was HD and RDS, they were displaying the lawyers. And I'm like, these people bought all those RDS spots. I didn't know people use RDS for ads. But it makes sense. If that's in cars too, why would they put the ad? You want to get more people to look at the ad. And I still remember the website, wewin.com, I think it was. So it is a catchy ad. I even remember the website. I think it's wewin.com. It was Isaacs and Isaacs. That's the name of the lawyers. And every other station was Isaacs and Isaacs. I'm like, who is this people? And then we're driving around Indianapolis. We're going to, and there's billboards on these people, on these lawyers. So apparently they're, yeah, Jim, that was the first time I saw ads on RDS. And I saw the billboards, Isaacs and Isaacs, personal injury lawyer, wewin.com. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the people I saw on the radio scrolling. So I'm going to do one here in New York City, Yonkers, New York City. I'm going to do it in the next few days. I'll do it. And I'm going to make a video on that and post it. because that was pretty. Yeah, I never saw that ads on RDS, which is weird. I was like, wow, but it makes sense. I mean, if you could put an ad on that and make some, and the station makes a little money, why not? You know, especially if it's on cars. People want to see it. That's a lot of eyeballs. It probably cost them nothing. Yeah, in a wreck, need a check. Yeah, they get a car wreck right there. You got the lawyer right there. You get into a car wreck, RDS, Isaacs and Isaacs. Give them a call right there. Personal injury lawyers. Yeah, well, brother scare is overcoming ministry. I don't think they're doing that anymore. Yeah. Let me go down here. King DS, I got the CC. I got the C Crane, CC Skyway SSB in June 2020. Okay, cool. Same thing happened to one of the Kansas City FM station, RDS, while in the hotel room in North Kansas City, Missouri, last Saturday, 25th. Same thing. Oh, you had ads? You had an ad on the RDS? Keegan? In Chicago, we have Horowitz and Horowitz. Yeah, and I guess Indianapolis is Isaacs and Isaacs. So who knows what over here in New York is going to be? Probably Salino. It used to be Salino and Barnes, but they split. Now it's Salino, and Barnes has his own law firm because that was a big one. And I remember going back in the 80s was Jacoby and Myers. Jacoby and Myers. And then it's Salino and Barnes. But now it's Salino alone, and Barnes has his own ad. And the other guy, what's the other guy's name? The guy that represented. He's a big lawyer. He represented. I think it's Rubenstein or something. Anyway, I've seen him on TV a few times. He's a guy. He's been on the news a lot. He represented a bunch of high profile cases. I've seen his TV ads every once in a while. I think it's Rubenstein or something. Anyway, also you had ads, Keegan. Or it might have been. You think it might have been ads? Okay. Yeah. So on the San GN HDR14 in a wreck, need a check. Yeah, don't get brother scared. Yeah, but he's not on FM over here. I haven't seen him on FM in this part of the country. So I think we're safe with that one. Yeah, because that was weird when I was scanning through those. I mean, I'm telling you, saw the video. Like a bunch of them. I thought something was wrong with my RDS. I thought something wrong with the radio. That's that's what I thought. I said, what's going on with my RDS? Is it not keeping up with the? Because I purposely left it for a while, and I got a copyright because I left it too long on the station. Because I wanted to confirm if Isaacs was on that station, and I got copyrights. I had to mute a bunch of audio clips. But I want to try here. I want to try New York one. I haven't done. I don't think I ever did. Did I? You know what? I never did an HD band scan in New York yet. Wow, that's right. Because I did an FM band scan, but that was a long time ago. That was with this one. And then I done out of state ones. So yeah, I know I have to do one. I'm gonna do one with the radio first. And then eventually I'm gonna do one with the tuner. But I gotta place that tuner somewhere. And I want to do one with the Sanji and HD1 tuner. I want to do a full band scan on both bands because that one has AM HD. That one has AM HD or RDS AM. It has Yeah, it's RDS HD. I think it is. And it's like 2 or 4 stations only on AM, I believe. That has and some of them simulcast on FM. Yeah, so I definitely got to get that. I got to sort this out over here, and I want to put it on a shelf because I'm thinking about setting a hi-fi system somewhere with a receiver, with my receiver, turntable, and all that. I don't have a spot like that right now. It's a mess over here, and I'll put the HD tuner in there. I have 2 FM tuners. I have one that's not HD. It's a Denon. You know the brand Denon? That one I bought it on eBay for like $20. I forgot what it was. Yeah, $20. I think it was like $20. It's supposed to be a very good tuner. I want to have a setup where I go, and I have my cassette deck. I have a couple of cassette decks. I want to hook it up, and I'm gonna hook up that HD tuner in there, and because I want to hook it up with my. Right now, I got one of my speakers here, one of my speakers over there, but I really wanted some other speakers. Yeah, it was like it was. Yeah, it was just a tuner. It might have been less than $20. It was cheap. Oh no no oh no! I bought that at a thrift store. Yeah, Miggy, it wasn't eBay. It was it wasn't eBay. eBay would have been no. It was at a thrift store. It was at a thrift store. I think when I went to I think it would have been Niagara Falls. It was cheap. It was like $10, $20. It was Denon. Yeah, I know Denon is a good brand. And it's working fine. Yeah, Denon. So I have it upstairs. I want to hook it up to my stereo. Because my stereo receiver already has a tuner. It's a pretty good tuner, but I want to hook up the Denon tuner. I think the Denon tuner is I think FM is a very good tuner. It's a very sensitive tuner. I need to hook that up. It's AM and FM too. It's both AM FM tuner. And I want to hook that up. It's digital too. Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. I said, man, Denon is $20. I'll take it. I'm picking this up right now. I took it. I asked her, does it work? He said, can I plug it in and power it up? I said, okay, I'm taking it. And I hooked it up. I tuned it. I said I had it hooked up and it worked fine. I was like, okay. Now I got to find a stereo system for that. Because I have an old analog Pioneer amplifier up there. I have a Pioneer tuner up there. But the tuner is the analog. It's an old a tuner. So I'm thinking about using the amplifier with the Denon or hook up both tuners. The old analog one, Pioneer. And then I have turntable. I have a Sony turntable, which is more modern one. It's about 15 years old. It's a Sony turntable. I have a Technics turntable that's up there that I need to refurbish. I have 2 Technics turntables. I have a Pioneer PL200 turntable up there. That one works fine. I just need to get the what they call the not the cartridge, but the whole thing, the head. What they call that? That part of the turntable, the head. So I need to get that piece and get the cartridge. And that one works fine. The Pioneer. The only thing missing is the cover. I don't have the cover for that. No, I don't have a mixer. I don't have any of that. I just have because a couple of turntables, they were gonna throw it out. My brother took them. Actually, 3 of those turntables, they were gonna wind up in a landfill, and my brother took them and he gave them to me. 2 Technique turntables. One is they're not the the what is it, the SB200, whatever. They're not the DJ ones. One of them is like they're Techniques, but they're not the DJ type. They're not that one. I know they're not those models. Like the SBL, whatever the SBL 200, whatever it's for, I forgot. My brother was into that. My brother Anthony was into DJs and all that. He was into. I never got into that whole thing. I mean, I can. I can. You know, it's not. I seen him. I used to watch my brother all the time. I used to help him out sometimes. Set up the equipment for parties. I have DJ speakers right here. I have gem sound speakers. You know, I have a couple of amplifiers. I don't have nothing. You know, I don't have like a carver or anything like that. No, no, they're not 1200. That's what you thought. No, no, no. I wish they were the 1200s. No, they're not. They're definitely not the 1200 technique. No, they're not that. There's some other one. They look like one of them look. One of them look like the 1200, but it's not the 1200. It's some other. Because I know the 1200 direct drive turntable where you could, these are not that. These are like one of them also has a little record changer. Has a record changer. That you could stack a couple of records on there and boom. It's old techniques. Yeah, these are not for scratching. You're not gonna be you're not gonna be scratching with these. The Pioneer PL 200 looks like the one that you could not 1200 PL 200. Why did I say 1200? Pioneer PL 200. That one looks close to the technique, the 1200, but still that one is not. You have them banging all I forgot how to put Olufsen. Yeah, that's a great brand. Oh yeah, that's a great brand. Wow, Jim, that's a nice one. I wanted to buy a BSR from over here. This guy, his thrift store, has selling a BSR. He wanted to sell it to me for $250. I said, I'm not buying a BSR for $250. He said, oh, I should on eBay for $200. I said, no, I'm not buying a BSR. I wanted to get the. I like the BSR because it remind me of my childhood. BSR. And he wanted $250. I said, I'm not paying you $250 for BSR. No, get out of here. I already got these. I just got to find a spot for them and clean them up and get all the add-on. That's it. And replace the belt on maybe one or two of them. And that's it. I started collecting music with CDs, so I got a CD mixer. No, I don't have any of that. I wish. I got Gem Sound. They're not Gemini, they're Gem Sound. They call it Gem Sound. I guess they're local for New York City. Gemini, I know Gemini. I know you're talking about Gemini. Gemini. I don't have CD mix. I have CD mix. CD, yeah. But they're basically the same. Gemini, Gem Sound. They're kind of similar. You know, the speakers. Yeah. I just don't have the room right now. I want to make the room for that stuff because I want to play records. And I'm thinking about playing records on this channel. Like every so often, I make videos on playing records. If they get copyright, I don't care. I'm thinking about playing music and let it play and just get copyright. They get copyright notice. I'm not going to make money on it anyway. But just to get people to watch it. I was thinking about doing that. You know, I know Arthur does that with his channel. He has Shortwave, but he also plays old records. And I've seen a couple of people trying to. I was thinking about. I have a record. I have a lot of records over there. I have 1,000 vinyl records. I have 1,000 vinyl records of all types in the other room. It's like how many crates? I don't know, 15 crates. CDs, I got about 300. I got 300 CDs right here. I got cassettes. I got about 100 cassettes. 100 to, a little over 100 cassettes. I have cassettes. I have CDs. I have music. I have some music. I have music. Yeah. Oh, you did? My brother used to do parties and all that. My brother used to do all that. House parties and he used to get paid. He used to pay. We used to charge people at the door. He used to a house party, charge people at the door. You know, it's just a party, right? It's just a party. But these people, we didn't know those people. They want to come and crash the party. No. You want to give me? and we check them. Okay, you ain't got no weapons. Okay, you can go in. You act up, you're gonna get the boot. Come in peace or leave in pieces. You ever heard of that phrase? You come in peace or you leave in pieces. We used to give out flyers, right, for underground house party. I know what you're talking about. And you had the DJ, had the the we had that local graffiti writer make the flyer for us, and we would put who's gonna be there. Sometimes we would have a local, local MC guy, whatever, or somebody knew somebody. Oh, and it would be packed. It would be packed, and they would put that. They would put that. Come in peace or leave in pieces. I remember that because I never forget that phrase. Oh, that's a funny phrase. And they would, draw a nice flyer. You check it like Kinko's. I don't know about. They don't exist now. But I don't know if they still do. They exist, Kinko's? We would check at a place like that and just make flyers, give them out. Like yo, you bring your friend to the party. Hey, what for your friend to here? Yeah, you gonna come to the party, but make sure your friend comes to the party. We want her to come. Oh my God, this talking about it. This is like the 80s, early 80s. Oh my God, that's when before they got out of hand. This before social media. Of course, social media now, you hear some ridiculous stuff that goes on now social media. Especially if the person got a big account. Oh my God. But this before social media, flyers. You make a whole bunch of flyers, your local high school or local whatever, you give them out. Bring your own beer. BYOB, bring your own beer. Bring your own 40. The party will end. You see 40s all over the floor, all over the house, all over the apartment. Be 40s, empty 40s. Sometimes we buy a keg. We just buy a keg and put it in the kitchen. 40s. Yeah, you remember before? Yeah, old. Our beverage choice was Old English, OE, 40 OE. And of course, you want to get extra kick, you get St. Ides. Of course, they outlawed that after a couple of years. I think got banned. St. Ides. And then there was Crazy Horse. Yeah, Mad Dog. That was the he's like I know the little liquor, Mad Dog, Mad Dog. Yeah, I know the Mad Dog. Mad Dog. Of course, they had some other ones. They call it Ripple. Wild Irish Rose. The other one was Thunderbolt. What, Night Train? Was it Night Train? Thunderbolt? What it was called? Night Train. And you see, we're talking about it. But I remember Mad Dog. That was the one we liked the best. We said, and then we had Cisco. You ever heard of Cisco? Cisco. Night Train. Yeah, Night Train. Okay, yeah, Night Train. And Mickey, we go back. We go back. Oh my God. James Radio check. Let me see. Yeah, mail in my excuse me. I'm skipping. Sorry about that. Mickey one was at my house front yard. It was NC in the backyard. Was yeah. Gigging there's at least 9 albums. Yeah. Yeah. No. I got most of my records from trash can. People throwing them out. I got some good stuff from the trash. I got old stuff. I got Buffalo Girls on Realistic C60. Oh, cool. Yeah, Michael McLaren. Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite. Michael McLaren. Malcolm McLaren, excuse me, Malcolm. Buffalo Girls or Buffalo Gals. Of course, yeah, Buffalo Gals. Yeah, I know it's all. I got MP3s. I got all his stuff. Round the outside, round the yeah. That was and then Malcolm McLaren. Yeah, he passed away a few years ago. Uh, of course, Double Dutch. He made a song about Double Dutch. And yeah, I know you're talking about. That was we're talking about that's like 1983, 1982, 1983. I think it was. It's like yeah, 1983, 1982. I think that was. Yeah, I remember, man. I'm telling you, I have memories of all that. Yeah, that was when breakdance was at its boom. Breakdancing. I was not much of a breakdancer. My friends was into breakdancing. They would throw out the linoleum, a piece of linoleum floor, and they do windmills, they backspin. All my thing was the footwork. I used to do the footwork. I wasn't, yeah, yeah. It did for a while. It did for a while. Help with the. It did kind of stop the violence for a while, slowed it down, and then, but shortly after that, what happened was the crack epidemic. Because that's when I went to the Air Force. When I left in '88, when I came back, it was different. It was crazy when I came back. It was more innocent back then. You didn't if you fight with your hands. That was it. You didn't resort to shooting. You fought with your hands. Most of the time, even if you got your ass whooped, the third hour now, so we're gonna just blah. Even if you got your ass, after you know what, good. Yeah, you shake hands. Okay, you know what, good. You put up a fight. Yeah, you put up a fight, and we wind up being friends sometimes. Well, we just respect each other. I see him. Okay, you know what? That was it. Yeah, I know. I know the whole. I read about the whole thing about that. The whole seen documentaries on that. Now it's like crazy. Now it's like a kid gets bullied, they want to go to shoot up the whole school. It's unheard of. This thing is unheard of back then. If you got bullied, you usually wind up, confronting any, you fighting. Even though I stood up to a bully, and even though I got my ass, whooped, whatever, I put up a fight, and then the next day they'd be like, you know what, what's up, and that's it. Never mess with me again. They say, you know what, kid, put up a fight. And start making other friends. Yeah, I say friends, I'm using the term loosely. And now it's like you teach these kids not to do that. It's like, oh my god, like like it's the biggest. Anyway, you know. And now it's just crazy now. Like that shooting that happened 2 days ago. The shooting with the. It's like it's nuts. Everybody has differences. There's kids that. And I tell that to my son. Sometimes they mess with him, and I tell him, listen, maybe the kid wants to get to know you. That's all it is. A lot of time is that they really want to know you. It's like kids when you're 8 years old, 7 years old, they don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to go up to a kid and say, and start a conversation. You know, like they see that Sanjay's into certain things. Maybe the kids into certain things. He want to be a friend of my son. And that's the only way you could get to him by, bothering him. And then I told Sanjay, he just probably wants to be a friend more than anything else. And and it turned out that way because that's what happened to me. A lot of these kids that used to bother me, they turned out to be. We grew up together. We turned out to be buddies. 99% of the time, we turn out to be buddies. Hang out with each other, play sports together. Of course, drink beer together. Go to each other's party. When he got married, I would go to his party, or he had his baby shower. He got married and his wife is having a baby. We grew up like that. It's different. Now these kids today are not. They're isolated with the social media stuff, and it's crazy. You know. It is. Oh Lord, night train. Night train. Yeah. All right, Mickey. Take care. Anyway, I'm gonna sign out now. It's been good. Jim Daddy Chat had 2 bottles of that old English 800 and I puked. Yeah, I think we all did. We all did. We all did. We all forget it. We all had our episodes of, and then we'll say, I'm never gonna drink again. I'm done. I'm not gonna use the whole thing is spinning the room. And then you get start right again. You know? King and the said the other two are Charlie Brown Christmas and Shrek soundtrack. Oh, he's about the records. The Animals, the Eagles, Boston. Yeah, I have a few of those. I found some of them. I believe it. I found some of them in the trash. Classic rock stuff. You know, I need to make room here, and I want to play some of that stuff on and make videos on it. I would love to do that, but they're gonna get copyrighted. But that's fine. I know. I'll use that channel or those videos. They're not gonna make money. They're just to bring in stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off. Yeah, that's right. I'm ready. 3 hours and 26 minutes. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I'll be back next Tuesday. I'll try to be on Thursday, but the thing is, I really want to catch up on some stuff. So I'm making Tuesday my day right now. So thank you everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. Be good to each other. Take care, and thank you for everybody stopping by. I love you all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.